This holiday season, Elisa's Dance Academy and the Westlake Symphonic Orchestra come together to perform a variety of holiday favorites. It's perfect for all ages. Join us December 11th through 14th to celebrate the 20th Annual Nutcracker Spectacular, presented by the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew and Lexus of Austin. Tickets on sale now. Get them online at nutcrackerspectacular.com.
All right. Live from Burger Stadium in Southwest Austin, just outside of Sunset Valley. It's a big one tonight in District 26-6A. The Westlake Chaparrals on the road against the upstart Bowie Bulldogs. Been a tough run through the gauntlet. We welcome you inside the Plains Capital broadcast booth. Joe Taylor alongside Ricky Doyle. Johnny Rogers in just a moment. For Ricky, the Bulldogs can run a little bit this year. It's a different story down south with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, no question about that, Joe. Reese Moreno, the running back, has been outstanding this season for Bowie. And a week ago, they very nearly upset the Dripping Springs Tigers. So that is a result that will have Westlake's attention tonight.
Let's go down to the sidelines. Johnny Rogers is with us now.
Hey guys, out here on the streets, this game is being hailed as the Reese Bowl. Reese Weiss, obviously the quarterback for Westlake, very prominent figure, should play a big role in tonight's game. But on the flip side, Reese Moreno for the Bowie Bulldogs, when he goes over 100 yards, Bowie is 3-0.
That's Johnny Rogers down on the sidelines. We're bringing the starting lineups, powered by HEB Now and Favor. Along the offensive front for the Westlake Chaps, it'll be Will Hesse and Jackson Cook. At the tackle spot, the guards, Will Markey and Van Oates. The center is Will Twardowski. The receivers, Jack Newhouse, 8 catches, 143 yards, career high, and a touchdown catch last week in the win over Austin High. Rhett Jenkins with the kick return for a score, along with Braden Riddell and Lawson Grimes. We look at the backfield, of course, the Reese Bowl, as Johnny just mentioned. Reese Wise trying to get into this run of district play. At quarterback, Jaron Lopez and Sebastian Analt will be in the backfield. Nolan Bartley will do the kicking and the punting. Defensively for the Chaps, it'll be a quick change on the defensive front. Colin McLoone will be joined by Jack Burnham, the defensive at the defensive end spot, along with Austin Knapp and Alex Kahn. Maddox Flint will not be playing tonight. So again, that's the ad. Jack Burnham along with the 3 other starting defensive linemen. Rhett Henry and Brian Zhang starting at linebacker tonight. And in the defensive backfield, welcome back Thompson Bennett, the senior captain in the middle of the defense after missing time after the injury in Atascocita. He'll be joined by Colton Fuhrer and Wiley Nichols at corner. His other safeties, Hayes Broadhead and Eric Abraham. The starting lineup for the Bowie Bulldogs, Tyler Merkel, Owen Wagner are the guards up front offensively. The tackles are Tyler Glowatz and Gavin Coppage. The center is Antonio Moad. The wide receivers, Evan Drangi, Kieran Campbell, Luke Nelson, and Trevor Watts. The quarterback, there'll be a dual quarterback system here, but getting the start is senior Brady Lamb. And, of course, Reese Moreno, averaging 150 yards rushing and 15 touchdowns total this season on the ground. 2 through the air. He has 17 touchdowns for Bowie this year. The Bulldog defense, Cade Venable, Merrill Henton, Jackson Lang. That's the big guys up front, the 3 defensive tackles that are going to do some damage up front for the Bowie Bulldogs against this Westlake run offense. River Favor, Mason East, Alex Zarat. They are the linebackers, along with Trammell Banks and Fabian Lumel. At corner, the safeties are Vincent Villarreal, Noah Alief, and Taylor Gibbs. Gibbs, the leading tackler for the Bowie Bulldogs. That's a look at your starting lineups, powered by HEB Now and Favor. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle. Our statistician is Gene Jacobson. We thank all of you for joining us here live on the KXAN app, KXAN Plus app, KXAN.com/Westlake. And, of course, the many ways you can listen to this broadcast on the Shap app and, of course, locally as part of our partnership with Odyssey, 95.5 HD2 and 1370 AM. We thank all of you for joining us. And, Ricky, when you talk about this game, it really is looking at what Bowie does well. And what Bowie does well this year is run the football.
There's no doubt, Joe. I mean, Moreno's numbers are eye-popping when you look at them. And I think when you talk about Bowie, if you're Westlake, this is a program you know you have to take seriously when you play them every single season. It's a long-held rivalry here. There are some games as you go through the district schedule for Westlake that you're pretty confident about. But when you start to get into the Bowies, the Dripping Springs, and, of course, Lake Travis next week, you take these ones seriously. Bowie really wants to be that 4th playoff team in the district.
Our referee down on the field with the captains, part of our coin toss, powered by Favor and our friends at HEB Now. You see Mason Laster out there dressed out. That's good news. Along with Reese Wise. Captains for the Bowie Bulldogs. Listed captains this year for 2025 are Jackson Lang, Rowan Wells, Mason East, Tyler Glowatz, who you see right there in the middle of your screen. And Reese Moreno, the junior captain, getting a chance to be a captain as a junior, as Jackson Lang, the talented defensive end, was a year ago for this Bowie Bulldog program, who has to do what no other district team has to do in 26-6A. They have to run the gauntlet, all 10 games. They do not get a bye week until the final week of the season.
Sir.
So it looks like Westlake has won the toss. And Bowie will kick from our right to our left as we look at it on the home side. So we are a national anthem away from kicking this one off. Bowie in their home black uniforms with the white numerals trimmed in red, the black helmet with the Bowie logo on the side, and the gray pants. Westlake in their road white uniforms with the silver pants and the silver helmet with the red Westlake W. We await the arrival of the colors on the field, and of course, the teams are ready. We are ready. We're going to get you ready here in just a moment as we pause for the national anthem coming up very, very shortly, as everybody is prepared here on a nice night in what we like to call the all right section of Southwest Austin here. As we talked about in our Aikens broadcast a couple of weeks ago, this is where Matthew McConaughey's Woodard ran the button hook here.
A little bit of history at the old Burger Stadium.
About 3 a.m. He's not supposed to be out here. They weren't supposed to be, but of course the legendary filmmaker, Mr. Richard Linklater, giving us that beauty of a gem about 30 years ago. Colors are arriving on the field here right in front of the Austin ISD logo as we will pause for the national anthem and the presentation of the colors. This is Texas high school football.
For over 30 years, Thomas J. Henry has been in the fight for those who have been injured in Texas. With over $1 billion delivered to our clients in the last 4 years and more than 13,000 five-star reviews, our dedication to life-changing results is clear. But don't just take our word for it. Hear from those who've experienced the difference. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Hi, I'm Jenny Covert at Covert Chevrolet in Bastrop, where down-home roots and neighborly service still mean something. At Covert Chevrolet, we're proud to stand by our commitment to you with exceptional service and honest deals and treating every customer like family. For over 116 years, the Covert family has proudly served Central Texas, and here in Bastrop, we're more than a dealership. We're your neighbors. Covert Chevrolet, Highway 71 in Bastrop, or online at covertbastrop.com. Together, let's drive.
Beautiful rendition of the national anthem as we are ready to go. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle, down the field, Johnny Rogers. As we welcome all of you back to our live coverage of Bowie and Westlake live at Burger Stadium. Again, the second road game here at the SS Burger, as we affectionately call it. And Ricky, one of the things that's really interesting in this ball game, with the loss of Maddox Flint, and we don't know how long that's going to be, might be a couple of weeks, we don't know. But in the end, you have guys like Logan Lardy and Jack Burnham along with Colton Fromberg. This is where that depth and rotation, and we talked about it with not only our Chap of the Week interview coming up at halftime, Ben Cabot, but also Tony Salazar in our pregame show about how the word depth is kind of a misnomer. Because it's not depth, it's contribution. It's not that they're just guys there. There are guys there that play at a very high level. So it's going to be good to see how this defensive line works together without Maddox Flint.
Yeah, I mean, that is a big test, to say the least. You don't replace a guy like Maddox Flint, but if there's anything we've learned about Westlake and this program over the years, Joe, is that no matter if you're the starter, you're the second string, or the third string, you are trained to play like you are a starter, and they get a lot of opportunities during the course of the season. And it's always been the case on the defensive line for Westlake that they have, I'm going to say depth, Tony might not like it, but they have a lot of guys that can make plays. I mean, we see Westlake consistently go a couple of players deep at defensive end and defensive tackle, but you can't get around losing a guy like Maddox Flint's going to hurt.
If you look at the opposite side of the ball, what Bowie does well with Hinton, Venable, and Lang up front, along with East leading the cast in the middle with the four linebackers, these are the guys that can really force the issue. We saw it against Lake Travis early in the first quarter. Bowie got out to a 14-0 lead. Why? Because they were able to stop Lake Travis's attempt at the run. Same with Dripping Springs. They were able to slow the run game and cause enough havoc, make the teams play with down and distance, try to throw the football and get them off the field. That's what they have to do tonight. The other bit that's very key for the Bowie Bulldogs, they're only at +1 on the turnover ratio. They cannot turn the football over against this Westlake club.
Yeah, Westlake will capitalize if you turn the ball over. I think the interesting thing for Westlake, Joe, they believe they can run the football no matter who they're going up against, but this passing game has evolved as the season has gone along. Reese Wise has got chemistry with Newhouse. Brett Riddell has stepped up. He knows who his guys are now on offense, so this is a better passing game than it was.
DJ De La Pena is going to kick this one off. It's a low line drive that'll be fielded at the 5-yard line. Rhett Jenkins going to bring it out 25-30. He is tripped up there. Nice return out to the 29-yard line officially. And we are underway here for the Chaparral offense and the Bulldog defense. As we take a look at this replay. Again, just kind of an awkward kickoff there by the sophomore De La Pena. And off and running was Rhett Jenkins. Good play in the open field there. Some nice play by Kai Lu, backup linebacker on the special teams there. Or otherwise, there's probably another 15 to 20 yards in that return out to the 40 or 45. So at the 29-yard line is where the Chaparrals will begin. On the turn, the handoff. Good crease up the middle here for Sebastian and Alt, who has popped at the end of that play, but not before an 11-yard run for a first down. 11 yards for Sebastian and Alt, and that's the way you want to start if you're Westlake.
Well, like we said, Joe, Westlake believes they can run the ball no matter who they are playing. No surprise to see them come out on the ground. The only question is it going to be Hinault or Lopez early, going with a little more size than Sebastian Hinault to start this one?
Big hit there by Taylor Gibbs, the leading tackler, 63 total tackles coming in from that safety spot. And again, the handoff to Sebastian and Alt, not much running room there, out to the 41-yard line, a gain of 1, and it'll bring up second down and 9.
It's strength on strength right now. Westlake's going to keep pounding it right at Bowie, and the Bulldogs up to the challenge on that one.
Already seeing some guys making some adjustments on the turn. That's the same play call. Great job there by Mason East, the talented linebacker, to get in and make the stop. Passing down here on second down and 9, looking right, throwing right. Might see a flag come in as Lawson Grimes was held briefly, but it looks like it was really just maybe some kind of caught up feet maybe right there at the 50-yard line. I thought Lawson got held on that, but nonetheless, Trammell Banks Jr. making the play and not seeing a flag.
Yeah, I think a little maybe miscommunication there between Reese Wise and Lawson Grimes. Lawson Grimes turned inside, Reese Wise to it outside. You get the incompletion.
Third down and 9. They stack up the wide receivers, and now check with me all the principals. Even the offensive linemen are looking around. Plenty of time on the play clock here with 12 seconds and the clock moving. Snap out of the shotgun. Reese looking to throw, steps up, fires. That ball is incomplete. Should see flags. No. Jack Newhouse was depleted at the 45-yard line. Not too sure if he got bumped or if he got hit. Definitely a man got hit down the middle. We'll see if this is very interesting. A lot of contact in these routes on the Howdy Honda replay. We'll see it. It's good passing protection there. And that one looked like it was tipped. Great job there. In the middle of the defense, as Jenkins was the intended receiver, not Newhouse. But that's why he went down. That ball got tipped. So Westlake forced to punt. After picking up 11 yards on first down, Nolan Bartley going to punt this one away. Low line drive. And it is not touched, and it's going to take a huge bounce for Westlake and all the way down inside the 5-yard line at the 3. Man, a huge decision for Bowie to let that ball go, and you could see the pursuit on the punt team. They were already down there within 5 yards of the football as the ball rolled up on the would-be returners. Man, that was scary stuff, and now Westlake has flipped the field for their defense.
Yeah, and I think a couple of Westlake players thought that ball might have been touched by Bowie. It was very close. Obviously, the officials say no, so the Bulldogs will start at the 3-yard line. A great punt for Westlake regardless, but that was very close to trouble for Bowie.
Yeah, no return on that 4th down and 9 punt from the 41-yard line. That is a 56-yard punt. That is a long this season for Nolan Bartley, and might be career. We'll have to check it, but I'm pretty sure that's the longest punt he's ever delivered. And it will be first down and 10. Ball marked right inside the 3-yard line. Trying to run the ball. Good movement here from Moreno. He bounces it outside and just gets the yardage that's there. Well done as he gets out to the 6-yard line. Again, not trying to do too much, and Thompson Bennett is there on the stop.
Yeah, we get my first look really at Moreno here, Joe, and he's only 5'8", but he is solid. He's listed at 5'8", 180. You can see he's got some size in that frame.
It's really interesting to see how this team, like Johnny mentioned, 3-0 when he rushes for over 100 yards. He's got 5 100-plus yards rushing game, 2 of them now on the zone read play. Good run by the quarterback, Brady Lamb, who is definitely the faster of the 2 quarterbacks that play between he and Christian Hayward. And with that, Brady Lamb, a first down run, and the chains move for the Bulldogs.
It'll be really interesting, Joe, to see how Jeff Abels and company manage the quarterbacks, because if you look just at the stats, and that was Haywood on that one, he's got the better numbers, Joe, statistically. Obviously, we don't see everything else that goes along with it, but it'll be interesting to see how they juggle the two.
Now, we knew that both of them were going to play. 5'11", 175-pound senior in the mix now. He remains in the mix, a back on his right hip, two receivers to his right, one to his left. On first down and 10, roll in the pocket is Haywood. He fires over the middle. That pass caught for a short gain, out past the 15-yard line to the 16-yard line. The catch made by Luke Nelson, the 5'11", 175-pound senior. Tackle made by Thompson Bennett right there, mano-a-mano in the middle of the field.
Yeah, what a difference it makes to have Thompson Bennett back for Westlake, Joe. The safety that they expected huge things out of this season, been a little nicked up, has missed some time, but good to see him back out there in the defensive secondary.
A gain of 4. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. No score. Westlake had to punt it away. Now Haywood looking to hand it off to Moreno. Moreno cuts back, stays on his feet, still on his feet, stopped at the 20-yard line. Once again, Thompson Bennett letting everybody know that he has missed the game of football. Jack Burnham in the middle of that discussion as well, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Yeah, you see here, though, not easy to get Moreno on the ground. Thompson Bennett and company were in there quickly, and they just kind of had to hold on until they could finally get him down. Hayes Broadhead in there as well.
So with that, a gain of 4 yards, and it's going to set up 3rd down and 2. 3 wide receivers to the left of the quarterback, Haywood. No receiver to his right, so they're going to load up on the left side. Let's see if they try to counter here with Moreno going the other way. They do not. They're going to pass. Here it is, and that pass caught. And then, did they drop it? There's no signal just yet. And it looks like it is incomplete. So, 4th down coming up here for Bowie.
Yeah, the Westlake defensive backs playing referee there, Broadhead, signaling incompletion, and there was good contact there because I thought that was a catch initially, but I think it's Hayes Broadhead's reach with the left arm, and then the...
Yeah, just kind of got to the bottom of that at the end of that catch. The ball just kind of squirted out. No real control there, so it is punting time for the Bowie Bulldogs here. So both teams feeling each other out. Little prize fight going on as both respond well. Here comes the rush, and flags fly. And on the move is Braden Riddell. Riddell makes the catch, and now flags come in again. So we have a litany of laundry on the field right now. We're going to have to find out all about it. And again, Christopher Esparza is going to let us know. Multiple fouls on the play after that punt.
If that first penalty is on Westlake, Joe, that could potentially give Bowie a 1st down, but we'll see if we sort out all of this laundry here.
So they let the punt go. So there's no running into the punter. The punter was clean. So that's not the call. The call could be offsides. If it is, it's an automatic 1st down. It also depends on the spot of the foul, because if there is a personal foul at the end of it or a block in the back, that'll be assessed after the offsides penalty. So we'll see.
I think the official's going to come over and explain things to Tony Salazar here.
Usually that means Tony has a decision to make on, and that there's a solid chance that these flags could be both against Bowie. We'll see. There was some last-minute shifting, and it could have been an issue for the right side of the punt team, but we shall see. This looks like it is staying with Westlake, so it doesn't look like Bowie is going to retain possession here. So 2 flags on the play. We'll hear about it now. Well, we would love to hear it. Unfortunately, he has not turned on his microphone.
1st down.
So it is going to be a 1st down for Westlake. So with that, the referee is now going to whistle in play. You can see that both penalties, if you're wondering what the language means, both penalties are on Bowie. And Tony Salazar has accepted the penalty on the return to give Westlake the favorable field position at their own 42-yard line. So after we've sorted all that out, Reese Wise on the play action, looking to dump it off into the flat on the man that was in motion, Braden Riddell, trying to get him some opportunities in space. Great pursuit there by Bowie to the far sideline in front of the Westlake bench to make that play at the 45-yard line, just a gain of 4.
Yeah, not a huge gain for Westlake, Joe, but I love the play design here. I think it's the first time we've seen that exact look from Westlake this season, bringing Riddell across the formation, like you said, trying to get in the ball in space.
And with that, trying to run the ball now, diving forward to the 45-yard line. And folks, Jaron Lopez entering the chat. Short gain there in River favor. Alex Zarat was the one that made the play who fought off a block that made the play on the Westlake sideline on Riddell, and now coming in. This is a real deal defensive front here. The front box, the front 7, they can play for the Bulldogs. So now 3rd down and 7, another 3rd and long. Wise looking to throw it to the sideline. Jaron Lopez gets some space on the bubble screen. Breaks it outside the numbers and picks up the 1st down. There was a lot of traffic between the numbers and the hash marks, Ricky. I didn't think Lopez was going to have the speed to get to the outside, but he did. Down to the Bowie 45-yard line. It's a big 1st down run after the catch on this quick bubble screen to Jaron Lopez.
Yeah, what I like about that, Joe, is Lopez just decided to run. Sometimes you see running backs hesitate a little bit. He just got upfield and got the 1st down.
Up tempo and on the end around to Riddell. Not much there. They try to run it to him out of the slot. And he actually loses a yard, and they'll set up 2nd down and 11. Jaron Lopez with a 10-yard catch to pick up that 1st down, and Westlake trying to move quickly here against this Bowie front.
Yeah, Westlake not necessarily hitting on all these plays, Joe, but I think what we're seeing is they know now who their guys are on offense. They want to get it to Riddell and Lopez and Jenkins, get them in the open field, let them use their speed.
2 wide receivers each way here, but they're bunched in just outside the tackles. Back to pass. Here comes the rush. Reese Wise delivering it downfield. Rising up to try to make the catch. That ball batted away. Lot of freedom on that far side defensively here with Rhett Jenkins and the defensive back, but it's incomplete. You'll see on the replay here, it is good coverage downfield. These corners and safeties are very, very good. Good ball here from Wise. And like I said, a lot of contact. No call as Taylor Gibbs defended well. 3rd down and 11. 3 wide receivers to the right of Reese Wise. 1 to his left. Lawson Grimes going in motion. Back to pass is Reese Wise. Wise looking over the middle. Has a man. That pass in and out of the hands of Chase Broadhead. And a flag comes in. This might be holding more than anything else because the receiver on the other side to Reese's left kind of tumbled there at the end, so we'll see what this call is all about.
I think you might be right, Joe. I was going to say the Bowie secondary getting a little handsy downfield, and I think that's what they're going to get caught with on this one.
2 big penalties here. That has kind of set up Westlake with good field position. They haven't been able to take advantage of it just yet. Waiting for the official signal. That microphone, it's a holding, it's a defensive hold, so it's on an automatic 1st down as well. So it converts the 3rd down via penalty. And it takes the ball down to the 36-yard line. In the middle of the field, a back on either side. Wise looking to turn and hand it off. Big running room up the middle, inside the 25-yard line, down to the 22. Big run by Chase Broadhead, who just missed the opportunity to make a fine catch that would have overruled that defensive holding call. But he catches a big one there inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line, a gain of 12.
And you'll see Westlake move Chase Broadhead all around the formation, out of the backfield on that one.
Wise also now turning and handing it off. Good running room down to the 20. A short gain there by Sebastian and Alt Seabass mixing in as well. It's one of the advantages that Westlake has with Broadhead and his ability to play receiver when you can leave Sebastian Hinault in the personnel grouping and shift around with who you hand the ball off. Beneficial. Gain of 2 sets up 2nd down and 8. Ball inside the 28-yard line. Play action, looking to throw in the isolation on the far side, rising up and trying to make a catch. This should be pass interference all day, and it is against Jack Newhouse. Newhouse trying everything he possibly can. And right now, Darren Pittman in his defensive backfield, it looks like almost their defensive coordinator says, guys, hold on for dear life. They can't call it every single time. That's exactly what's going on right now. We've seen a lot of contact between the Westlake receivers and the Bowie DBs.
Yeah, we had a monster game for Jack Newhouse a week ago, Joe. That was kind of his coming out performance. But what I like from Reese Wise tonight is he's throwing it confidently, and he's just giving his guys a chance. Putting it out there, let's see if Newhouse can make a play, and if not, we'll take the penalty. That's fine. I trust my guys.
6'5" on 5'10", and it'll take the ball inside the Raising Cane's red zone and set up 1st and goal for Westlake. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. 2 huge penalties helping Westlake on this drive. Now looking to hand off to Jaron Lopez. He turns the corner, slices between 2 defenders, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Westlake. Jaron Lopez sneaking through the smallest of seams to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chaparrals.
It really was a small seam, Joe, in between his two big offensive linemen, Will Hesse and Will Markey over there on the left side. Didn't seem like there was room, but look here on the replay. He's quick and he's small, Joe, and he can get through there.
Nice job there on the 7-yard touchdown run for Lopez, his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. Now, Helms on to snap it back to Austin Knox. Nolan Bartley awaits the point after touchdown. Good snap, good hold, and Nolan Bartley drills it through with 5:35 left here in the first quarter. It's Westlake 7, Bowie 0. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Be ready year-round with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
From the Texas coast to the Texas Hill Country, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
It only takes a second for a routine drive to turn into a life-changing collision. Whether it's a car, motorcycle, or distracted driver behind the wheel, the impact can be devastating. At Thomas J. Henry, we know what that moment feels like, and we know how to fight for the justice and compensation you deserve. From the first call to the final verdict, our team is by your side every step of the way. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Be ready year-round with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
From the Texas coast to the Texas Hill Country, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
We welcome you back. KXAN weather powered by A+ Federal Credit Union back at Burger Stadium. Good drive as our M. Robinson Fine Jewelry scoring drive. The Chaps go 58 yards in 8 plays, and they get the 7-yard touchdown run by Jaron Lopez, his 6th of the season. M. Robinson Fine Jewelers, proud sponsors and official jewelry partner of Westlake Nation. Nolan Bartley on to kick it off. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle, Johnny Rogers with you. We'll get to Johnny after this kickoff. Really the two big penalties really setting up Westlake there. Not much offense you have to run when you're getting the better of the 10 and 15-yard penalties in back-to-back plays. And really the big one was the defensive holding call because that pass was incomplete to Chase Broadhead. Bartley popping this one in the air. Fair catch called for. So it will be Bowie football at the 25-yard line. Let's go down to the sidelines and Johnny Rogers. Johnny?
Yeah, guys, penalties are something that's going to kill this Bowie team. You almost have to play a perfect game when going up against the Westlake Chaparrals, but still a close game. We'll see what happens here.
Johnny Rogers down on the sidelines again. This is that boost that Westlake needed. You're playing without your starting defensive tackle, your captain. You had 2 captains out in Mason Laster and Thompson Bennett. Now you lose your defensive tackle, your big guy going to TCU. Word is that he will be okay, and we do expect Maddox Flint. It would be very difficult for me to imagine Maddox Flint missing too much time. But nonetheless, trying to hand it off to Moreno. Still some work to do here as he charges forward from the 25 out to the 29-yard line. Good gain of 4 on first down.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask Tony Salazar, you don't want to lose anybody off your football team to injury, obviously, but he's got to be thinking, I had 3 seniors I knew I could build around on defense this year in Bennett, Laster, and Flynn, and now, at one point or another, I've lost all of them during the course of this season. So great to see number 7 back out there. It certainly looks like Mason Laster is getting closer to returning, Joe, and then Maddox, we'll just see how long this season goes.
No doubt, as you see a man go in motion here. That's Nelson. Haywood now on the play action looking to run with the football. He's drilled right at the 30-yard line. A gain of 1 there. Good play in the open field by the Westlake Chaparrals. And that was Red Henry, the linebacker.
We talked about the dual quarterbacks for Bowie on the last drive, Joe. Haywood is very much the threat to run the football for the Bulldogs. He's got 277 yards rushing at the quarterback position this season, a couple of touchdowns. And remember, putting those numbers up while splitting time with Brady Lamb. So obviously a threat to run. Maybe we'll see. We haven't seen Lamb yet tonight, so maybe they feel like Haywood's the guy that gives them the best chance tonight.
And literally, Jeff Abel said, hey, flip a coin. I'll make a decision when game time. He listed Lamb as the starter. But now as Luke Nelson goes in motion, they send another man in motion. That's Hunter Willingham looking to fire right over the middle of the field. Thompson Bennett saw it, broke on the ball, but it was enough forward progress on the catch to the 36-yard line to pick up the first down. Nicely done by Evan Drangi. That is his first catch of the season. He is also the kicker on this ball club. And that is a heck of a catch there, literally in the grasp of Thompson Bennett.
Yeah, ball came out quickly, perfectly done for Bowie, but you can see how different it looks when Thompson Bennett is back there. I mean, he just closes so quickly, no yards after the catch.
A gnarly bruise on his thigh that he suffered. Quick throw out to Luke Nelson. Nelson makes the catch, not much there. Once again, Bennett on the back end of that play, along with Brian Zhang.
Yeah, good coverage by Zhang there out of his linebacker position. He's kind of been a revelation for Westlake this year. His contributions have been significant, especially since Laster got hurt.
Since Laster got hurt, we've seen Buchanan. Buchanan had a big game, 8 tackles against Austin High a week ago to lead the team. So now a big play here on 2nd down and 9. 2 wide receivers each way here for Hayward. Now looking to run the ball in the zone read. He keeps it, drives his way out to the 40-yard line before he is hit hard by Eric Abraham.
You can see the respect Westlake has for Marino as he went left. Several Shaps defenders followed him, but not realizing that Haywood was on the quarterback keeper.
It's a good pull there on the zone read. He really saw, when he saw everybody shift, he goes, I got this. It's a brilliant job there. Moreno again averaging 150 yards rushing, 15 rushing touchdowns, a couple of touchdown receptions. He is a threat from anywhere on the field, and now a big 3rd down and 6. Triple wide receivers to the right of the formation. Hayward looking to throw, now losing his footing, still rolling to his right, fires out of bounds wisely after getting out of the tackle box, and it looks like a flag is down.
These are the plays, Joe, that Bowie's going to have to make tonight if they want to have a chance to hang with Westlake. These 3rd down and 5s, 3rd down and 4s, you pick up a couple of yards on 1st and 2nd down. Got to convert the 3rd and short. And we see illegal motion there. So.
Yeah, and the illegal motion happened with the 3rd wide receiver on the right side. He got in motion very quickly and was moving before the ball was snapped. So it's going to be a 4th down for Bowie, and you can see it here. Look at the top of your, or the bottom of your screen. Went in motion and got to stop. And that was the young man that made the 1st down catch. So 4th down here for Bowie. They're going to punt it away. Good snap back, good coverage. Punt is away. Fielded at the 27-yard line. Good running room here for Riddell. Riddell trying to turn the corner. Flag down at the 50 to the 45, down the left sideline before he's shoved out of bounds. Good return, but we'll have to see what the flag is all about. Most likely it's in the neighborhood of a block in the back on Westlake, so we will see if that is indeed the case. Flag down at the 34-yard line. If you're just joining us, Westlake leading 7-0 after a penalty-ridden drive for the Bowie Bulldogs allowed Westlake down inside the 10-yard line, and on 1st and goal from the 7-yard line, Jaron Lopez rushed for his 6th rushing touchdown of the season, and it will be against Westlake, and it will be a 1st down, and they're going to back the ball up here after the return at the spot.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a look at where the hold is here. Riddell was able to squeeze through what didn't look like a ton of room, and maybe the reason for that is because there was a hold, because I thought he was going to be dropped quickly after he fielded this punt.
Good to see where it is, and don't see anything there. Might be there. That's tough. That doesn't look like active contact there, but nonetheless, Westlake in a scrimmage. Wise going to dump it off into the flat. Good running room here after the catch. Good balance on the catch. 1st down after the catch by, once again, Chase Broadhead. Broadhead able to keep his feet. That's athleticism out to the 40-yard line. Gain of 16 for number 16. 1st down Westlake.
3rd different way we've seen Westlake use him. We've seen him out of the backfield. We've seen him downfield as a receiver, and then the short pass there.
And now with Sebastian and Alt getting the run in outside the 45 to the 47-yard line. As Seabass really looked good coming out of the backfield. He looks healthy this year. A lot of times the coaching staff refer to him as a guy that's held together with duct tape and baling wire, but on that 1st step out of the backfield, he really looked quick to the line of scrimmage. That's good news for Hinault. Now looking to turn and hand it off again. Broadhead trying to get to the outside, stiff arms a man to get across the 50-yard line. Good, tough running by the sophomore Chase Broadhead.
You've made this point a couple of times this season, Joe, but Broadhead really kind of filling that Cal Livingood role in the Westlake offense this season. He's taking some handoffs, he's catching some passes. I mean, you go back to Bryce Chambers, Westlake used him a lot like that. So when they have that Swiss Army knife, if you will, on the offense, it makes things run a little smoother.
Yeah, Vincent Villarreal just kind of caught in Broadhead's jet wash there. So after the gain of 7, Wise looking to throw downfield, has a man, Lawson Grimes, and drops it in. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. He caught it. Nice juggling act in the performance there, and in the center ring, the dancing bear, Lawson Grimes, somehow hauls this ball in. It was thrown on the money, hit him in the hands. It's almost too good on the low snap. Wise just dumping it off. It's easy 6, but let's make it look hard, Lawson. Oh my goodness, what concentration. And on the quick handoff to Chase Broadhead, he's inside the 5. The Chaparrals in the Raising Cane's red zone, knocking on the door after that 38-yard pickup by Lawson Grimes on the juggling act as he hauled it in.
Yeah, I'm sure Lawson's thinking I should have scored on that one, but I'm sure he's also thinking, at least I caught it. At least I caught it. It wasn't a drop.
It's going to be a fun moment in film tomorrow, that's for sure. 40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Westlake knocking on the door, already up 7-0. 3 wide receivers to Reese Wise's left. He's back to pass, looking over the middle. Pass caught for a touchdown by Jack Newhouse. Didn't have any touchdown catches headed into the Austin High game, and now he has one against Austin High and one against Bowie. Newhouse into the end zone, touchdown Westlake.
This is what I'm talking about, though, Joe. Reese Wise trusting himself, trusting his receivers, and just getting the ball out. And the pressure was coming. Newhouse wasn't open when he threw it to the spot, and it worked. That's a great throw.
That's a great read by Reese Wise as well. That's grown-up football right there, folks. Good snap by Helms, good hold by Knox. Bartley knocks it through. 39 seconds, make it 30 seconds actually, left here in the opening quarter. Westlake leading Bowie 14-0. This is Texas high school football.
Lesson on what makes a burger mighty fine. Well, you got to start with a quarter or a half pound of daily ground all-natural Angus beef, and it's all about variety. You pick yellow, white, red, or heck, all of them. They've got options as wide as the Texas sky. Add some fresh-cut crinkle fries and a hand-dipped Bluebell milkshake, and that, my friends, is a lesson on being mighty fine. And that's mighty fine.
Thomas J. Henry High School Football Live back at Burger Stadium. All right. Button hooks for everybody as Nolan Bartley line drives and sideways. This is kick inside the 5. Going to be returnable out to the 20 until a huge hit on the back end. Nicely done there is Luke Katz, backup cornerback. They think twice the next time he tries to bring that one out as he was basically clotheslined. Look at this replay. As we see it on the Howdy Honda replay, we'll talk about it as he came out. Kind of right there is Dietrichs that got him with one arm. My goodness. It's a WWE move right there by Jacob Dietrichs.
Let's see who Bowie goes with the quarterback. They're going to stick with Haywood, Joe, so this might be his show, at least for the time being.
Yeah, final 24 seconds of the first quarter. Don't see any signs of Brady Lamb getting into this ballgame despite being listed as the starter, according to Jeff Abels a couple of days ago. Luke Nelson in motion here. Hayes Broadhead switching. This is good reaction time here, and the handoff going to be to Reese Moreno, and he has absolutely nowhere to go, and that's Alex Kahn that got in there. Beautiful job behind the line of scrimmage.
Pretty decent little Maddox Flint impersonation with that one.
Yeah, no doubt. Again, our Thomas J. Henry High School Football Live, powered by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Shout out to Raising Cane's. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back for the second quarter. Westlake leading Bowie 14-0. We'll be right back. This is Texas High School Football.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert. At Covert Lincoln, we believe modern American luxury should extend beyond the showroom, right to your driveway. Our white glove service means effortless maintenance with complimentary pickup and delivery. And our state-of-the-art mobile service van comes to you wherever you are. From routine maintenance to minor repairs, we bring expert Lincoln care right to your doorstep. Because at Covert Lincoln, service isn't just convenient, it's seamless. Schedule today and experience the luxury of time well saved. CovertLincoln.com.
Shift into a more affordable auto loan by refinancing with A-Plus FCU, Austin's best credit union. With our A-Plus Beat Your Rate offer, save 1% APR or more off your current auto loan rate and get on the road to living your A-Plus life. With lower monthly payments, less interest, and a faster loan payoff. Apply today at aplusfcu.org/beatyourrate.
Thomas J. Henry High School Football Live. Tony Salazar talking to Christopher Esparza, our referee. There's been a lot of laundry here. Luckily, Westlake staying away from big penalties. They had a couple of penalties early on that were assessed really on punt returns and kick returns, but nonetheless, this is Bowie's quarter. If they want to try to stay in this one, 3 wide receivers to the quarterback, and now whistles early. I can't tell if this is, and I was right, it is Brady Lamb. Brady Lamb is in there in the second quarter, so that's maybe what the strategy is here, but it's going to be a false start on the Bowie offense, and it's going to cost them 5 yards.
The penalties starting to add up here on Bowie, and they've been costly. I mean, you're just starting to drive here. You back yourself up already. And I like what you said there, Joe. It's stay in it, right? I mean, you just don't want to fall behind a team like Westlake, 14-0, potentially 21-0 this early. You know how good Westlake is defensively. Not an easy team to come back on.
So 3 wide receivers on first down and 15. 4-man look here, and now Brady Lamb going to decide to run the ball. Not much working there. He stays on his feet, surges back out to the 16-yard line, but that's about it. Not much running room there. The pocket kind of collapsed on the senior quarterback.
We're through a quarter here, early second quarter. Reese Moreno, 4 carries, 8 yards for Bowie. That's not going to cut it. They've got to find a way to get him going if they want to compete tonight.
I'm really enjoying seeing our field level camera views of Moreno. He is a big dude. This is not a guy that is just a scat back who's coming in with pure speed a la Jack Kaiser. This is a dude that can run you over if you're not careful. I want to see how they can maybe use him in the passing game, get the ball in his hands with some space. Now on the play action, Lamb going to look long, firing long, one-on-one coverage here, and this one is incomplete. Good coverage downfield by Eric Abraham. There was no contact really, it just looked awkward as converted kicker and wide receiver Evan Drangy just kind of got caught in the jet wash with Eric Abraham. He's a much taller defender.
Yeah, Bowie fans wanted a pass interference there. They're not going to get it. You can see Abraham at the last minute there just kind of able to poke it away, and Drangy never really had it. See, the ball was moving around. And penalty declined there on Bowie, so Westlake going to get the ball back with the potential for very good field position.
And I missed what the penalty was. Again, that's the trouble with not being able to hear our referee, despite the fact that he is mic'd up. I believe the stadium mic is the only one that is working for Christopher Esparza. So, again, there was a penalty on Bowie. Westlake going to decline it, so it doesn't really matter. Punting time here off that incomplete pass downfield on what is a good ball from Brady Lamb. Drangy's going to kick this from right around his own 3-yard line. Max protection here. Here comes the rush. He gets it away. It's a good punt. Fair catch called for. Flag down. The flag came here from the Bowie sideline judge. So we'll wait to see what that flag is all about as laundry continues to litter the field here at Burger Stadium.
Yeah, you would think with where this one is thrown, Joe, probably a hold on Westlake, but I'll tell you what, it's getting a little chippy down there. There's a play going on. Contact continuing after the whistle, if you will.
So, yeah, that was Kieran Campbell that punted the ball away, not Drangy like the PA announcer said, but Kieran Campbell punting. And we didn't really get, we got some listings from Jeff Abels about who would be doing some of the special teams. If there is a weakness in Bowie's game through 7 games, it has been their special teams play. They haven't quite solved that riddle coming into the Westlake game.
About to get our signal here from the official on what the penalty is.
Play. Number 17. That's
So it's holding on Wiley Nichols, and let's see if we can see it here.
It's up at the top of our screen out of the picture, Joe.
Yeah. Feels like it's a lot of explanation for a very simple penalty, but nonetheless, ball moves out to the 41-yard line for the Westlake Chaparrals. Still good field position here for Westlake's offense, up 14-0 with 11 minutes straight up to play in the half. Low snap again. Reese Wise going to keep it himself as he rumbles out past the 45 to the 46, still rumbling his feet out to the 47-yard line. And Reese Wise, make no bones about it. Reese likes to run the football. He is a tough, physical guy. May have dropped about 5 pounds of muscle mass, but he is very, very strong. And I don't think people give him credit for how tough he is sometimes, especially when he runs the football.
Yeah, not necessarily that breakaway speed, Joe, but he'll go get you those tough yards when you need them.
Back to pass on second down. Looking to throw deep on 2nd and 3. Has a man. Good lead. Pass caught. Rhett Jenkins into the end zone. Touchdown, Westlake. Great deep ball from Reese Wise, and Westlake is in for 6. Touchdown, Reese Wise to Rhett Jenkins. Touchdown, Westlake.
Oh, you can't throw it any better than Reese Wise does here, and Jenkins just able to split the defensive back and the safety. I mean, Bowie had help up top on this one, and Jenkins ran right by the safety for the Westlake touchdown. You see the two Bulldogs in coverage. 8th
touchdown pass on the season for Reese Wise. That is 5 for Rhett Jenkins. Beautiful ball. Bartley adding the extra point. 10-20 left here in the first half, and Westlake on the board again with an explosive play. They lead Bowie 21-0. We'll be right back. This is Texas High School football.
When a company vehicle hits you, the fight isn't just against the driver, it's against the corporation and their insurance team. Their goal is to protect themselves. Ours is to protect you. At Thomas J. Henry, we've handled some of Texas's toughest company vehicle cases. With over $1 billion recovered for our clients in the last 4 years, we have the results and the experience to back us up. When big companies cause big problems, we get big results. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Welcome to Covert Auto Group. Since 1909, the Covert family has been at the heart of Central Texas, serving millions with pride and dedication. From modest beginnings to becoming a symbol of Texas automotive excellence, we are committed to setting new standards and exceeding expectations every day. Our journey is built on a foundation of trust, integrity, and a relentless focus on exceptional service. Discover what makes us different. Visit covertauto.com, driving Texas forward.
The Covert Ford fan cam, and the fans have come out for this one, folks. Westlake and Bowie, no ACL. Everybody get out on a Friday night and watch an old school rivalry here between Bowie and Westlake. Nolan Bartley will kick this one about 3 yards deep for the touchback. The M. Robinson Fine Jewelry scoring drive, 2 plays, 52 yards, 52 of it, all to Rhett Jenkins. As I mentioned, Reese Wise's 2nd touchdown pass tonight, 8th touchdown pass of the season, 5th touchdown reception for Rhett Jenkins, who just kept running. And once again, Reese Wise throwing to a spot, not to a man, and Jenkins running that one down beautifully.
Yeah, this first quarter and a half is the best we've seen Reese Wise throw the football all season. He looks confident. He's throwing deep. He's throwing over the middle. He's leading his receivers. Really, really strong play from Wise here in the early going.
So with that, another opportunity for Bowie to try to answer, to stay close. Now Moreno chopping his feet, creating some running room across the 30, out to the 33-yard line. Just about 1.5 yards shy of a first down run by Reese Moreno.
Well, they need something here, Joe, to say the least. To drive just to keep the defense on the sideline, to get a little bit of momentum back in this game. Only 40 yards of offense for Bowie so far, 180 yards of offense for Westlake in the first quarter and change.
So with that, 2nd down and 1 after the 9-yard gain. Tackle made by Hayes Broadhead. 2 wide receivers to the right of the formation here as the quarterback sees it. Now looking to hand off, turning the corner here is Moreno. Stopped as he got to the line to gain, but no more. 36-yard line there, and Moreno stops. It'll be a first down run, so Bowie moves the chains.
I think the problem for Bowie right now is they're not scaring Westlake in the passing game. Westlake doesn't feel threatened. They're not respecting the pass. They can kind of load up the box to stop the run. Only 11 yards through the air for Bowie, so at some point in time, you got to try to loosen this defense up to give Moreno room to run.
2 wide receivers to the right of the formation, and now a man going in motion towards the backfield to create a halfback scenario. That's Willingham. Now Nelson goes in motion to the slot. Now, again on the play action, they dump it off here to the tight end. Nice job there by Willingham to get the ball in space. Good throw by Haywood. Thompson-Bennett on the stop.
Yeah, and you can see the point I was making on that last play, Joe. The deepest guy on the Westlake defense was Thompson-Bennett, only 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So nobody downfield for Westlake. Means it's congested in the middle of the field when you try to run it.
About as congested as yours truly right now. And that's the biggest thing that Westlake can do right now. They're kind of selling out. They're almost daring Christian Haywood to hit him up top. We'll see if it happens here. Big down in distance on second down. Looking to run the ball. Moreno staying on his feet. A lot of activity down there. It's 41-yard line where everybody finally comes to rest as Westlake swarming and Thompson-Bennett leading the way.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Moreno for even picking up a yard there, Joe. He had to work for that as we got a Bowie offensive lineman who just went down back behind the play here.
We'll see if it is an official timeout. It will be an official timeout. Let's go down to the sidelines. Johnny, one thing that I know you know is quarterback play, and one of the things that we haven't really had the opportunity to see, a lot of that is by design. Westlake is a run-first team. But, Johnny, the balls that Reese Wise has thrown tonight, as Ricky mentioned, this is different stuff. This is what Lane Kiffin sees at Ole Miss, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I don't want to say he struggled in the beginning of the year, but I think it's taken a little bit of time for him to find his groove. Whatever the case, tonight he has found it. He is in lock with his wide receivers, probably playing the best quarterback he's done of his career.
Thank you very much. Johnny Rogers down on the sidelines. And if you ever want to know, quarterback. That's how it works.
He knows a little bit about this game of football.
He knows some things. And that is why he is down on the sidelines. So looks like that offensive lineman, it is the senior captain left tackle, Tyler Glowatz, and he is jogging off the field under his own power. Looks to be okay. Let's hope that was just a cramp or maybe just a momentary issue but he looked like he was just fine. That's a big dude at left tackle. That is listed 6'1", 260. That might be quite generous. That is a big man. But nonetheless, a big third down here for Bowie. After Red Henry and Thompson-Bennett brought down Reese Moreno for a gain of 1, it is 3rd down and 5.
Feels like a really important third down here for Bowie, Joe, just to try to keep this drive alive.
Karsten Ledford, 6'1", 205-pound senior in motion. Now Nelson in motion to the left side as Haywood waits on the left hash mark on 3rd down and 5. Play action. Here comes the rush. Haywood going to get out of the pocket, try to throw off his back foot. Good catch by the wide receiver for the Bowie Bulldogs. That's Evan Drangy. Drangy making a big catch and a flag coming in at the end of the play right here at the 44-yard line. We'll have to see what the flag is all about, but until the flag is explained, that is a big, big gain there and a first down for the Bowie Bulldogs in Westlake territory. Oh, wow. So it gets even worse for the Westlake Chaparrals defensively. It's a personal foul on top of the gain of 17 on 3rd and 5. So Haywood finds Drangy for 17, and they get 15 more. So a big penalty at the end of that play on a personal foul moves the ball inside the 28-yard line to the 27. Nelson going in motion, and Bowie starting to roll. Down 21-0. They got to make a move. Inside 8 minutes to play in the half. Handoff goes to Moreno, who goes down immediately. Whoa, what a collision at the line of scrimmage.
That might have been Jack Burnham, Joe. Let's see if we can see her on the replay. Just a huge hit on Moreno to knock him backwards.
See who gets in the middle of your screen. Yep, that's Burnham. And it looked like Burnham, along with Pasquale Marizzi, that will hit like a Mack truck. Pasquale Marizzi, you know what he does in his spare time? He's a pretty good wrestler, Division I wrestler, headed to Army. Still has his senior season at Westlake. Award-winning wrestler, and looking at defensive end, he and Burnham just depleted Moreno for a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11. Haywood looking to turn and hand off. Moreno gets kind of hog-tied there from behind by Rhett Henry until the swarm comes. So it's a limited gain on 2nd down to set up 3rd and long.
Yeah, really nice pursuit from Henry there from the backside to slow Moreno down as he is working hard for every yard, Joe. And now Bowie finds themselves in a 3rd and long again. Let's see if Haywood can use his feet, get him outside the pocket. That's where they found success on that last one.
Yeah, he looked good throwing on the run as well. And I often say we sometimes just kind of lose perspective on making the quarterback stay in the pocket. When you get him out, it basically creates a moving target for defenders. Advantage Haywood and his athleticism if they pull it off here. 3 wide receivers to Haywood's right on the play action. He's going to stand in the pocket, fires downfield. This pass is incomplete, almost intercepted by Thompson Bennett, and it's 4th down for Bowie.
Yeah, just nobody getting open. Thompson Bennett doing a nice job in coverage down there, and Haywood kind of forcing that one. I think they're going to go for this, though, Joe, on 4th down.
Yeah, this would probably be a good idea if they can dial one up and leave it to offensive coordinator Ty Brannion, who came back last year after a brief stint away from the coaching ranks. Ty Brannion, you know you've been doing this a long time when the offensive coordinator is one of the quarterbacks for Bowie, and you definitely remember calling his games when he was in high school. So, now what do you have cooked up here on 4th and 11? Back to pass. Haywood fires downfield. This one intercepted. Intercepted by Eric Abraham. Abraham tripped up at the 20-yard line. He'll fall forward, and Westlake comes up with the turnover. Actually, that's Wiley Nichols. My apologies. Nichols with the interception. Thought it was 19. It was 17. Nichols with the pick. His first of the year. The 6'3", 180-pound junior. Tony Salazar has been waiting for about a year and 7 games for the tuning fork to go off in the brain of Wiley Nichols. He read this perfectly.
Yeah, just able to step in front there, an overthrown ball from Haywood. And
tell you what, I'm giving a gold star to Eric Abraham for getting out of the way. That's why I thought he might have had the pick, because he was right there on top of it as well. And he saw that Wiley had it and got out of the way. Now looking to hand the ball off is Austin Knox, who has checked into the game as the quarterback. Sebastian Inault just rumbling forward to the 25-yard line. It's going to set up 2nd down and 8 after the gain of 2.
We've seen quite a bit of Austin Knox at quarterback the last few weeks because of some blowout situations, Joe, but he's also gotten in early a couple of times. I think Westlake likes to tinker around just a little bit with Knox at QB.
They know that you can't get through a season without having some issues at quarterback, and Austin Knox getting an opportunity here. He throws to the right of the formation. That pass low but caught, and it's received by Rhett Jenkins, and it's good enough for a 1st down as he went to a knee to grab that one down on the carpet.
Yeah, tough throw coming in cold all the way across the field there. Nicely done by Knox. And, you know, maybe not quite the arm of Reese Wise, but much more of a threat to run the football. He's got some speed.
With the back on either side, he has 2 receivers to his left, looking to hand the ball off, stretching the play here to the near side of the field towards the Bowie sideline, but not much running room there. Good pursuit, and the helmet came off. Seabass will have to come off the field for a play.
I think it's Braden Riddell.
Yeah, Braden Riddell, yeah. Riddell actually was the one that lost his helmet at the end of that play. So he'll have to come out for a brief stint. After this play, he'll be eligible to go back on the field. Inault on the left hip of Austin Knox. 2 wide receivers each way for Knox. On 2nd down and 8. Knox on the play action. Here comes the rush. He somehow avoids 1 tackler, but then is swarmed at the 31-yard line. Wow. What a pursuit from Bowie. Where has that been as the Bulldogs surge across the line of scrimmage to drop Knox for a loss?
Yeah, it was Morrell Hinton who was in there instantly, Joe. He's the initial pressure and then finished off by Mason East out of the linebacking position.
Mason East with probably the easiest tackle behind the line of scrimmage he will have. Had 9.5 coming into this ball game. Mason East with 2.5 sacks. He got all of it there. On 3rd down, Knox looking to throw. That one picked off. Nobody in front of him, and he's going to take it to the house. A huge moment for Vincent Villarreal with a pick 6 for Bowie. Touchdown Bulldogs.
Massive play just when Bowie needed it. They brought pressure again. It was Mason East kind of disrupting things, and then Austin Knox, you just got to eat that one, force the throw, and Bowie makes it play.
First interception for Austin Knox this season. It's a pick 6. 2nd pick 6 in as many games. Knox again trying to pick up the blitz here. Just doesn't have it. Had to throw out of the grasp of Mason East, and Villarreal was there from his bandit position to pick it and take it to the house. Point after touchdown coming here for the kicker, Durangi. And with 4:05 left here in the first half, the Bowie Bulldogs make a play on defense to get on the board. Chaparrals lead Bowie 21-7. Back to Berger Stadium after this. This is Texas High School football.
At Howdy Honda, it's all about great volume, and volume. A great volume of inventory with nearly 700 new Honda models to choose from, like Civic, CR-V, Pilot, Accord, and more. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. A great volume of savings with big discounts, incredible lease specials, and even low APR financing options. All of this matched with a great volume of customer service. It's easy to see why we're the #1 volume Honda dealer in Central Texas. Get to Howdy Honda today, where it's all about volume.
Shift into a more affordable auto loan by refinancing with A-Plus FCU, Austin's best credit union. With our A-Plus Beat Your Rate offer, save 1% APR or more off your current auto loan rate and get on the road to living your A-Plus life. With lower monthly payments, less interest, and a faster loan payoff. Apply today at aplusfcu.org/beatyourrate.
We welcome you back. Thomas J. Henry High School Football Live, powered by our friends at Independence Title, proud sponsors and official title sponsor of Westlake Nation. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle, Johnny Rogers down on the sideline, Gene Jacobson, our statistician, and of course, the good folks out of the Westlake Performing Arts Center. That's right, the Westlake Technical Entertainment crew, the kids of 25 Westlake students, and I would call them student athletes, here setting up shop, giving you all the fine images and replays and graphics, making it look like a very professional telecast here. De La Pena going to pop this one up. Wiley Nichols, after the interception, going to field it and return it. Wiley Nichols running parallel down at the 40 to the 45. Drops one tackler, runs away from another, still on his feet and out of bounds. And now a flag comes in at the very end of the play on the near side of the field.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what that penalty is, Joe, because it came in late, and it came in, as you said, on the near side of the field and nowhere near the action happening on the field. Yeah. So I don't know if somebody on the Bowie sideline said something, or because that official was out of position to make a call from over there.
Yeah, there's nothing that he could have said in that return to warrant a flag, so it's got to be something out of his purview that happened on the Bowie sideline, and it might be a sideline warning. Somebody might have come onto the field.
That's what I was wondering about. Yeah, exactly. Hey, can we take a brief moment, by the way, to brag on the Bowie kicker, DJ De La Pena?
DJ De La Pena. Let's turn back the clock to 2000, where you were not in Austin yet, but I started an internship at KTBC, Fox 7 in Austin. The weekend anchor at the time, opposite Dave Cody, was a man they called Dennis De La Pena. We have been doing this long enough here in the greater Austin area, Ricky, that Dennis De La Pena's son is the kicker. Shout out to DDLP. Love it. And we see another DDLP kicking for Bowie. That's great stuff.
It's really cool to see. One of the really good guys, Dennis is. Fun to see him.
The absolute best. 3 wide receivers to the right of the formation. The handoff here from Reese Wise goes to Jaron Lopez. Not much running room there for the sophomore. And now flags come in. Bowie not happy, and a helmet chunked about 15 to 20 yards downfield. What in the world is going on?
It flags all over the field. I told you, Joe, it was getting chippy. I mean, Westlake and Bowie, this is a rivalry. It may not be Westlake LT, but a lot of bad blood out there between these two programs.
This is a physical matchup. And if you remember, in the 2014 season, the inaugural year for Todd Dodge, this is the game that happened over the ACL weekend that they lost. And this has been a program game for a long time. So it's a face mask, and then the helmet came off. So 15 yards and a first down. And they're saying that Rhett Jenkins, because his helmet came off on a penalty and play stopped, he can be on the field for this play. 2 wide receivers to the left of the formation for Reese Wise. Jaron Lopez gashing everybody up the middle, and about a man, really a shoestring tackle away from breaking one for a much longer run than 9 yards. Big run for Jaron Lopez into Bowie territory. And it'll be 2nd and 1, and open up the playbook here for Kirk Rogers.
Yeah, it felt like he was inches from breaking that one, Joe. We know what kind of speed he has once he gets in the open field.
So on 2nd down and 9 with 4 wide receivers, 2 each way, going to single coverage here, and almost a great diving catch here by Rhett Jenkins. Another good ball, just a little too out in front for Rhett Jenkins. An excellent coverage, not only with the high safety coming over and helping out. That's Logan Farenthold. Logan comes over and kind of was the spy for Jenkins. That's an excellent, excellent defensive coverage against Rhett.
Yeah, you said open up the playbook. Westlake did just that. They know Reese Wise is feeling it tonight. Why not take a shot? And they almost hit.
2 wide receivers to the right of the formation. They hand it off. A nice spin move there by Jaron Lopez. He stays on his feet. A little Jack Kaiser-esque right there on the stutter step and spin move out to the 44-yard line.
This you see on the replay. This was almost dropped in the backfield. Could have been a loss. So credit to Lopez for spinning out of the grab and Morrell hitting there and picking up the first down for Westlake.
Big chains move there. 1st down and 10 inside 2:50 to play here in the first half. 21-7 your score. Lopez takes the handoff, wiggles his way down to about the 42-yard line before he's dropped there. Westlake really focusing on the run this time and really featuring Jaron Lopez in this series.
What's entertaining to watch right now, Joe, is the downfield blocking between the Westlake receivers and the Bowie defensive backs. I mean, that's where that Rhett Henry face mask personal foul came in. This time Brogan Spencer getting into it with one of the Bowie defensive backs. It is physical out there downfield.
So they bunch up 3 wide receivers to the left of Reese Wise at the top of your screen, at the bottom of our vision. And now Riddell with a big 1st down catch, breaking it to the outside on the right hash mark, inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. Braden Riddell, beautiful route, beautiful ball from Reese Wise.
Yeah, I love the way Riddell just kind of moved laterally across the field there to getting himself some more yardage and using his blockers after the catch. Big play for Westlake. And we got our 2-minute warning here.
Yep, 2-minute warning. We'll take it as well. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
At Howdy Honda, it's all about great volume, and volume. A great volume of inventory with nearly 700 new Honda models to choose from, like Civic, CR-V, Pilot, Accord, and more. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. A great volume of savings with big discounts, incredible lease specials, and even low APR financing options. All of this matched with a great volume of customer service. It's easy to see why we're the #1 volume Honda dealer in Central Texas. Get to Howdy Honda today, where it's all about volume.
Shift into a more affordable auto loan by refinancing with A+ FCU, Austin's best credit union. With our A+ Beat Your Rate offer, save 1% APR or more off your current auto loan rate and get on the road to living your A+ life. With lower monthly payments, less interest, and a faster loan payoff. Apply today at aplusfcu.org/beatyourrate.
We welcome you back out of the 2-minute warning. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle, Johnny Rogers down on the sidelines. 21-7. Westlake with the lead. The 7 points on the board by the Bowie Bulldogs after 21 unanswered. A pick 6 by Vincent Villarreal on Austin Knox. Wise and Jaron Lopez have really been the story of this ensuing drive, trying to put points on the board before the end of the half. 2 minutes straight up to play in the second quarter. 21-7 your score. Wise with a back to his right. 3 wide receivers stacked up to the left side of the formation here. And Wise back to pass, looking to throw. Good pressure, but fires. That pass caught. Good tackle at the point of the catch inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. And that should make Taylor Gibbs feel pretty good. He has been lit up a little bit in the run game. Johnny made the point during the break that he has been the target on run plays downfield. He's taken on a much bigger man, but that time he made a tackle in space. Really great job there. And of course, meeting him in the middle is Alex Surratt. Now looking to run, Jaron Lopez tap dancing and spinning his way down inside the 15-yard line. Another great run there by Jaron Lopez. And that low center of gravity, man, it really has a way of allowing him to do things that most people can't. That's a gain of 11 and a first down.
Yeah, I think this is the best we've seen Lopez run in a couple of weeks, Joe. He looks confident out there, using his speed, making those cutbacks, like you said.
2 wide receivers each way here on 1st down and 10 inside the Raising Cane's red zone. Back to pass. Wise looking. Now it breaks down. He's going to run. Sheds a tackler, steps away from another. Inside the 5. Tripped up at the goal line. He lost the ball, but did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Westlake. Reese Wise with a huge run, and we told you he's a tough physical guy. He actually likes to run the ball. There he showed that he could be a little elusive as well.
Yeah, watch on the replay here. Once he gets through the line, he's one-on-one with, I think, one of the Bowie safeties, and that is not a battle that Reese Wise is going to lose. I mean, with his size, it's going to be tough to bring him down in the open field like that.
His 6th rushing touchdown, a gain of 13 on that run. Just a beautiful job by Reese Wise to orchestrate this drive, take advantage of what Bowie gave him. And with that point after touchdown, there are 57 seconds left in the half. It's Westlake 28, Bowie 7. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
This holiday season, Elise's Dance Academy and the Westlake Symphonic Orchestra come together to perform a variety of holiday favorites. It's perfect for all ages. Join us December 11th through 14th to celebrate the 20th annual Nutcracker Spectacular, presented by the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew and Lexus of Austin. Tickets on sale now. Get them online at nutcrackerspectacular.com.
And with that, Nolan Bartley going to knock this one out of the back of the end zone. Go back to the touchdown here. We welcome you back on the radio as well as Wise looking, surveying, and then the vision takes over. And Ricky, I love your point here. Not going to lose that battle, but the flexibility and his ability to kind of move in space. He doesn't have cement for feet. He is actually pretty athletic. A lot of people don't realize that about Wise because he does have that kind of traditional drop back passer look to him. But dude can run when he wants to. It's actually a very impressive run there, 13 yards and a score to cap the M. Robinson Fine Jewelry 9-play, 40-yard drive that puts Westlake up 28-7. Brady Lamb looking to throw, and this one incomplete. This is going to be a flag on Wiley Nichols, and rightfully so. He held Evan Drangy. The only thing that he couldn't do was tackle him there. That was about the only thing he didn't do.
Yeah, we had a perfect view of that one from our vantage point here in the booth, Joe, and that right arm was just kind of hooked around Drangy. It was a nice play with the left hand. It was the right arm that got you, Wiley.
Brady Lamb sidestepping his way after he gets the play. I think I've ever, will they try to get something off here with 53 seconds? What can they do? Down 28-7. With Lamb in at quarterback. Halfback is my favorite name of the Bowie Bulldogs in preparation here. That is Tennessee Collins. And Reese Moreno getting the carry out to the 38-yard line, so a decent gain on first down.
Tennessee Collins, that is a good name. Do you remember many years back, Westwood had a running back, Princeton Collins?
Yes. Tennessee Collins, and it looks like a timeout has been called. We will take it as well. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert. At Covert Lincoln, we believe modern American luxury should extend beyond the showroom, right to your driveway. Our white glove service means effortless maintenance with complimentary pickup and delivery. And our state-of-the-art mobile service van comes to you wherever you are. From routine maintenance to minor repairs, we bring expert Lincoln care right to your doorstep. Because at Covert Lincoln, service isn't just convenient, it's seamless. Schedule today and experience the luxury of time well saved. CovertLincoln.com.
Shift into a more affordable auto loan by refinancing with A+ FCU, Austin's best credit union. With our A+ Beat Your Rate offer, save 1% APR or more off your current auto loan rate and get on the road to living your A+ life. With lower monthly payments, less interest, and a faster loan payoff. Apply today at aplusfcu.org/beatyourrate.
We welcome you back out of the timeout. 44 seconds remain here in the first half. 28-7, Westlake with the lead. Lamb looking to hand off here, and some running room for Moreno, and he gets the first down out past the 45-yard line to the 47. And if they don't get him there was like this last little moment as Bowie calls. Well, Bowie's not going to call timeout. Even though they have 2 left, they're going to let the clock run.
I thought they might wait to see if they got that first down and then be aggressive, but it looks like they're content to just kind of let this run out, Joe. Play breaks down here for the Bulldogs, near disaster.
Yeah, and then Durangi actually makes the catch. Good coverage downfield as everything kind of broke down for Lamb. And somehow, as Zhang brings down Durangi, could have been a huge loss back inside the 45-yard line, closer to the 42, and Lamb just got that one out and got enough on it for Durangi to come back to the ball and make the catch at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, just to go back to the time, though, I mean, ball more or less at midfield here. You got about 40 seconds on the clock after you picked up that first down. And to your point, Joe, they had some timeouts to work with. I'm surprised they weren't more aggressive in that situation, especially down 28-7.
2 wide receivers to the left of Lamb, 1 to his right, in kind of a modified pistol formation with 2 backs. They send Moreno out in motion into the flat. Now Lamb looking to pick him up, and he is all by himself. Now here comes the run support, and with that, he is still on his feet and now finally dropped at the 45-yard line in Westlake territory, and that's enough to take it to the locker room. Up 28-7, the lone score by the defense, as Vincent Villarreal had a pick 6 against Austin Knox. That's the 7 points on the board for Westlake, and we'll head to the sidelines here as Johnny Rogers will catch up with Tony Salazar before he hits the locker room, and I believe that he is with Coach now. Take it away, Johnny.
Thanks, guys. Coach, got to be really happy with the way your defense have played. Haven't given up a touchdown on their end. Offensively, Reese Weiss finally starting to find that rhythm we've been waiting for all year. How do you assess the first half?
It was a good start. I mean, one bad play that first half, and then it's a different ballgame. It's 28-0. We're right. We're doing what we want to. Offense is doing a good job. Some big plays in there. Obviously, defense doing a good job bowing their necks and finding a way up the football field. So go in and make a few adjustments here, give them a couple different looks, and see if we can come out and finish this football game.
All right. Good luck the second half, Coach. Back up to you guys.
Johnny Rogers, thanks so much. Down the sidelines with Tony Salazar. We kick it to halftime as Westlake up big. They scored the first 21 points before the pick 6 by Villarreal, and Bowie got on the board with 7 points. 28-7, your halftime score, live from Burger Stadium. It's Westlake 28, Bowie 7. Back after this. This is Texas High School football.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert. At Covert Lincoln, we believe modern American luxury should extend beyond the showroom, right to your driveway. Our white glove service means effortless maintenance with complimentary pickup and delivery. And our state-of-the-art mobile service van comes to you wherever you are. From routine maintenance to minor repairs, we bring expert Lincoln care right to your doorstep. Because at Covert Lincoln, service isn't just convenient, it's seamless. Schedule today and experience the luxury of time well saved. CovertLincoln.com.
Shift into a more affordable auto loan by refinancing with A+ FCU, Austin's best credit union. With our A+ Beat Your Rate offer, save 1% APR or more off your current auto loan rate and get on the road to living your A+ life. With lower monthly payments, less interest, and a faster loan payoff. Apply today at aplusfcu.org/beatyourrate.
Highlights as we welcome all of you back on our television broadcast along with our live radio and Shap app broadcast. This is what we're talking about. Trust the process. Trust your guys to make plays. You don't have to do everything by yourself, and that's what we saw from Jaron Lopez, who had a great first half. Again, handling the missteps. There's the low snap, and you still throw a dart downfield. Lawson Grimes, probably the play of the year. But this ball here at a Newhouse, this is what we're talking about. This is the Division I arm of Reese Wise.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I just think early in the season, Joe, it was like he was just a tiny bit hesitant, just not quite willing to let it fly, not quite willing to trust his arm. And, you know, I think in the big picture, though, it's like Reese Wise is almost a victim of his own success. Because you're right, he's been really good. It's just when you're a third-year starter at Westlake, you're an Ole Miss commit, people expect you to be great, to that next level. And we're starting to see a little bit of that tonight.
And we saw some prospects from the Bowie defense, because this is the pick 6. Vincent Villarreal getting the opportunity to make the run into the end zone, a special moment for him. But then you get the return, Westlake able to answer. And this is what's big. Things happen and then you answer, you respond. That's exactly what they did last week when Reese Wise threw his pick 6 to Jason Martinez of Austin High. The next play, 53 and a touchdown.
Yeah, the way you respond says a lot about a team, and I think Tony Salazar and the rest of the Westlake coaching staff are going to like what they've seen from their team the last couple of weeks. It's a great point going back to that Austin High game. So just a really poised performance. I mean, Tony Salazar said it, outside of the pick 6, not a ton to criticize.
With that, you saw the 13-yard touchdown run, and Chaparral offense cooking right now. Here's a look at the halftime stats. 14 first downs to Bowie 7, 82 rushing yards to 43, 164 yards through the air to just 41 for the Bowie Bulldogs, averaging just over 108 per game. 5 penalties for 76 yards for the Westlake Chaparrals, 4 for 45, and of course the Wiley Nichols interception. Really the only difference in what Bowie is trying to do on defense. The problem is they're just kind of outmatched in the defensive backfield with much taller receivers and more physical.
Yeah, more physical. I mean, that's the thing. You know, if you play receiver at Westlake, yeah, you got to catch the football, but you have to block as well. You got to help set up the running game. It's been that way for years at Westlake, and I think Bowie, honestly, a little bit surprised by just how physical these Westlake receivers have been down the field. But, you know, just the Bowie offense, Joe, I think the problem is everything's been hard. There's been nothing downfield really outside of one pass. They've 3 yards here, 4 yards there. They haven't been able to get Moreno loose. I mean, where do they get the big plays from? How do they hit a big one against Westlake?
No doubt. We take a look at the top 10 around the state. Of course, we know that the District 26-6A is kind of a district of doom. Well, we got 3 teams in the top 10, and 2 of them doing battle right now as we take a look at the top 10. As we show you here in Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine, Southlake Carroll 7-0, Allen 6-0, Fort Bend Ridgepoint 7-0, Lake Travis at number 4, and then, of course, Westlake at 5-1. Dripping Springs at 7-0, rounding out the top 10. 3 in the top 10. Pretty tough stuff for teams like Bowie who've got to go through that gauntlet.
Yeah, no question. I mean, that's why oftentimes you almost feel like you're just kind of fighting for that 4th playoff spot. That's all that's available to you. You know, you see Prosper there. We said it when Westlake played them. This is a team that's going to make noise around the state this year when they get into district play, and so far they've backed it up.
And C.E. King making some noise as well. Not in the top 10, but they have been on a mission. And now Nolan Bartley going to kick it off, and the second half is underway. And he will kick this one off the upright for the touchback. Wow, what a leg from Nolan Bartley.
Yeah, I just checked the flags. There's really not a ton of wind down there, Joe. I mean, that's just pure leg strength there from Nolan Bartley. 28-7, Bowie's not out of this game, but if they're going to get in this game, Joe, it almost feels imperative that they do something here on this opening drive of the second half.
They've got to find a way to get Moreno involved, and Ricky, we talked about that. They got to find a different way to get him involved, and this is going to be crucial here to open up the drive.
Yeah, I mean, it has just been not a lot of room for him to run. 11 carries, 31 yards for Moreno, and, that's with Maddox Flint out of the Westlake defensive line, so credit to the rest of the D-line because there have not been big holes to run through.
So with that, it will be Haywood and Moreno with a good head of steam here, dragging defenders with him out past the 30, still on his feet, and then finally brought to rest at the 33-yard line.
And that's about as good as it's gotten on the ground tonight. In fact, that might have been his long run of the night. There for Moreno, picking up 8. So I guess his long run of the night was 9 yards, but regardless, the point stands. Big gain there for them on first down.
Everybody helping out on that one. Pasquale Marucci in there at defensive end. 28-7 your score. Now they turn and hand it off to Moreno. Moreno, not much there as Eric Abraham kind of came in there and run support and drove him backwards, but not before he gets to the 36-yard line, and that's enough for a first down.
You can't blame Bowie. I mean, this is their bread and butter. The offense revolves around Moreno, but at the same time, I think if you're Westlake, you're like, I'm fine with this. If you want to just keep running the ball at us and you think you can go 80 yards down the field, go for it. Give it a try. We'll see what happens. But the clock obviously runs here, and very methodical way for Bowie to try to make its way down the field.
So with that, and now flags fly before the snap gets out.
I think there was movement once again. The false start on Bowie. So no sooner do the Bulldogs get a first down, Joe, and they go backwards. You'll see the movement here on the offensive line on the replay.
That's a tough spot right there. Back them up 5 after you pick up the first down to make it 1st and 15. Can't be behind the chains, down 28-7. So we'll see how they respond. 4-man look here for the Westlake Chaparrals on defense. Austin Knapp up on his 2 legs. Going to make a move here and going to run the ball with Haywood. Haywood looking good, gets popped as he falls forward past the 35-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage, and then a gain of 1 beyond that line. So 6 yards on that run, and that was a good-looking run by Haywood.
It was, and we knew Haywood was a threat to run the ball coming into this one, Joe. We just hadn't seen it so far in the first half, but they do a good job getting him on the move there.
So a little bit more manageable here on 2nd down and 9. They send a man in motion, back up tight end. Now Nelson in motion. 2 backs to his left. Haywood looking to hand off to Moreno. No play action. This one's swatted out of the air by Thompson Bennett, intended for Hunter Willingham. That was a quick throw and a nice ball, but once again, if you've missed Thompson Bennett, that is why. He is a senior captain, a returning first-team all-district player, and if he has his way this year like he is tonight, he's well on his way to being an all-state player.
Yeah, you almost notice his absence more now that he's back. And it's like, oh, that's right. That's what it's like when that guy's back there. I mean, he had 7 tackles so far in the game to lead all Westlake defenders. He's broken up a few passes, Joe. I mean, his presence is just hard to miss on the defense.
Ben Cabot stepped in and did a whale of a job, and we talked to him at halftime. He was our Chap of the Week conversation, and you also didn't really notice much because Ben Cabot held it down. Play action, looking to throw. Lamb drilled as he threw. This pass is caught for a first down, and you got to give credit to Brady Lamb, who came in and threw an absolute dart to Trevor Watts.
Yeah, I mean, he took a shot on this one, Joe. So, yeah, credit to him for standing in there and letting it go. And nice job by Watts to get his feet down here.
That's a big gain of 19 yards and a first down into Westlake territory down to the 44. Kind of dotting the I of Austin ISD in the middle of the field on the left hash mark. Shotgun formation here, and Nelson in motion between the halfback and the backfield. He'll settle. And now they move the men to the right. Now on the zone read. Lamb's going to read it himself. No, this is Hayward. Christian Hayward darting his way down inside the 40. Now they're switching out quarterbacks left and right. Down inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line.
It's a tough way to run an offense, but it's working right now. Good job by Haywood. I mean, he held on to that to the last possible second before he pulled and decided to run it.
They line up with 2 receivers to the left of the quarterback. That is Haywood. 1 man to the right. On 2nd down and 5 after the gain of 5. And now whistles as there's early movement from Bowie. Once again, 2 steps forward, a step back. And now a line change on the defensive front here for the Chaps as Colton Fromberg checks in, along with Pasquale Marisi.
Yeah, this is that second string defensive line for Westlake that they come on the field and they look tiny for a defensive line, Joe, but what we've seen this season is the size. Don't let it fool you. These guys can still make some plays in the backfield.
Logan Lardy with a couple of tackles behind the line of scrimmage. 2 sacks last week against Austin High. He's come of age here in the first few games of district play, and now they send Nelson in motion. Bowie looking to operate here with Haywood at quarterback. On the snap, play action across the field. That pass caught and immediately taken down at the 31-yard line. Ducking under that was Trevor Watts, his 2nd catch of the night, 2nd catch this drive, and the 2nd catch that he's picked up the first down.
Yeah, really nice drive here for Bowie. I mean, a couple of penalties, and they've been able to overcome them as we see Haywood kind of jog off a little gingerly, so I guess that means Brady Lamb back in at quarterback.
First down and 10 after the 13-yard pickup. Wiley Nichols able to make the tackle. 2 wide receivers to the left of the formation here. So Lamb, actually direct snap to Moreno it looked like. A little wildcat action here inside the 29-yard line. Still churning his feet down towards the 25. They'll drop him at the 26-yard line coming out of the bottom of the pile. Hayes Broadhead along with Tate Lung.
Credit to the Bowie coaching staff on this drive, though, Joe. I mean, they came out of the locker room and they are giving Westlake everything. We've seen 2 quarterbacks. We've seen a direct snap to Moreno. I mean, they are mixing it up, trying to figure out something to move this ball, and right now it's working.
Haywood, the 5'11", 175-pound senior, in at quarterback. 3 wide receivers to the left of the formation. Moreno on his right hip. 1 receiver to his right. On the turn, looking to hand off. Moreno had to let the traffic come that direction. And he stopped right there at the 25-yard line after a gain of 1. And it's going to set up 3rd down and 4. Big moment in this drive right here for the Bowie Bulldogs, and especially for the front 4 of the Westlake defense. They've got to find a way to get off the field.
Yeah, huge moment. I mean, we saw them get down right around the 30-yard line earlier. That's when they threw the interception on 4th down. Here they are now at the 25-yard line, facing a 3rd and 4, maybe a long 4 here. So big play for Bowie.
7 minutes straight up left in the 3rd quarter. Opening possession here, so a lot of time taken. Moreno takes the handoff, darts back one way, and then slips. He's close to the line to gain, and he might have got it at the 21-yard line. And it looks like the chains are going to move. So just outside the Raising Cane's red zone are the Bowie Bulldogs. It's a 1st down for Bowie.
And another line change for Westlake as they rotate in 4 fresh defenders on the defensive line. This Bowie drive chewed up 5.5 minutes already, Joe, as they are down just about to the Westlake 20.
So Tennessee Collins checks in as a fullback along with Moreno. They'll line up to the left hip in a pistol formation here for Haywood. Haywood looking to turn and hand off to Moreno. Moreno trying to get to the sideline, has some room. Then he's popped about 5 yards into the run down to the 16-yard line. And they've done a really good job at containing Moreno. No big-time runs. Like you said, a gain of 9, the longest run of the night for Moreno. You can see here how they bottle him up and fighting off tacklers, just trying to slow him down. Team tackling there for Westlake after the 5-yard run.
And that was kind of some old-fashioned football there from Bowie. Just we're going to bring the fullback, Tennessee Collins, in. You're going to run right behind him off the left side of the line, and it works.
2nd down and 5 with 2 wide receivers to Haywood's right. On the snap, not much there as Haywood keeps the ball and just kind of falls forward inside the 15-yard line of the 14.
So Bowie facing another 3rd down. I think it's safe to say this is 4-down territory. Remember, the only touchdown for Bowie, if you're just joining us, that came courtesy of a pick 6. So this is the deepest penetration by far for the Bowie offense tonight.
Ball kind of rattling around in there. He got popped pretty good on that play. Haywood back in at quarterback, back to his left. That's Moreno. 2 receivers to his left on 3rd down and 3. Big play, and there's early movement. There should be flags, but none fly. Wow, I can't believe the officials let this one stand. It doesn't matter. It's behind the line of scrimmage. But I cannot believe they did not call that procedure penalty. It is clear as day. This is not a motion penalty here. Yep, you cannot do that. 2 guys moving at the same time. And I cannot believe they miss it. Quarterback and fullback cannot slide together. That was an interesting maneuver there, but nonetheless, a big 4th down play here after the no gain. Colin McClune dropping Moreno for the no gain. 4th down and 3. Haywood hands off to Moreno. Moreno hit immediately, then falls forward. Doesn't look like he's going to get it. And the Chaparrals have turned away the Bowie Bulldogs after an impressive drive. The defense bows their neck again, as Coach Salazar would say, and they've turned the ball over on downs. Westlake will get the ball inside their own 15.
Credit to Hayes Broadhead with the initial contact there to bring down Moreno. And this is kind of the point I made at the beginning of the drive, Joe's. Hey, if you think you can go 75 yards on us running the ball basically the entire way, go for it. And Bowie did a good job of it, but on that one, Westlake not fooled.
Now, they went to the well too many times with that counter play to the left. And Moreno is used to having the room to run on the outside. Now play action, going to dump it off here, looking for chunk yardage. Out to the 20, to the 22-yard line before falling in a heap there, and it's a good catch out of the backfield by Braden Riddell. Love the way that they're moving him around.
A lot of creativity. It's almost like Westlake's been keeping some things back on offense the early portion of the season. We're seeing some looks from them tonight we haven't seen before.
He comes out of the halfback spot. That's the Y. And again, that's, I mean, I hate to say it, but that is Cal, if you're watching, that is Cal living good to a T, that route coming out of the Y position. 2 wide receivers each way. They send a man in motion here. And with that, Y's back to pass. He steps up in the pocket, tons of time. Now he's going to run, has tons of room. Flag down. This could be holding, but Reese goes down as he slips on the turf at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to come back, I think, Joe. But nonetheless, a good job by Reese Wise of feeling the pressure, stepping up in the pocket, and then ultimately keeping it.
Trying to keep you updated about the Very interesting ball game going down in Dripping Springs right now, and I say interesting not just because of the people who are playing it at Lake Travis and Dripping, but they're basically playing dual home games because of the renovation to Cavalier Stadium. Dripping Springs has been the home of the Lake Travis Cavaliers, so they've gotten to know Dripping Springs quite well as far as Tiger Stadium is concerned, but at last check at halftime, no score after Lake Travis had turned the ball over 3 times in the first half.
And Lake Travis, I think, technically the home game for this, or home team, I should say, for
That
this
is correct.
one, which is be a fun trivia question many years down the road.
2nd and 13. Now on the low snap again, Reese Wise able to dig it out, rolls to the right, fires with pressure downfield, and it is incomplete. Man, I can't believe that Reese got that out. He had a man on his blind side coming up from the rear, and it almost got real bad for Reese Wise. Trying to see who did that, kind of coming up. Kind of comes into your screen right there as he gets hit after the throw. Couldn't make out who it was, but nonetheless, it'll be 3rd down and 12.
It was a low snap for Westlake, which just kind of threw off the timing right from the get-go. We've seen a couple of low snaps tonight between Twardowski and Reese Wise.
2 wide receivers each way here for Reese Wise. 2 to his left, 2 to his right, and a back on his right hip. 3:21 left. First possession of the second half. Westlake leading 28-7. Back to pass. Wise going deep. One-on-one coverage here. He's got a step. And this one just overthrown. Intended downfield for Braden Riddell. So 4th down. Bowie holds. And with that, not necessarily the most creative after the kind of pitch and catch to Riddell. Things went kind of vanilla. And Westlake getting away from running the ball. And that's the surprise there, getting away from trying to run the football.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, Reese has thrown the ball great tonight, so you certainly get that, but I am surprised they didn't want to put it on the ground, let Sebastian Hinaldo and Jared Lopez run it a bit.
Bartley gets this one away, and it's going to hit immediately. Good catch here by Dragitt. Evan Dragitt able to return it towards Westlake territory at the 46-yard line. So good field position here for Bowie. And Dragitt is banged up at the end of that play, and he has not gotten up off the turf. Unfortunate, as he is also the place kicker at times, and this does not look good. He is down in a heap at the 46-yard line after that return. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Texas High School football.
Yeah, he knew he was hurting on that one. Remember, it's Drangy.
Hi, I'm Jenny Covert at Covert Chevrolet in Bastrop, where down-home roots and neighborly service still mean something. At Covert Chevrolet, we're proud to stand by our commitment to you with exceptional service and honest deals and treating every customer like family. For over 116 years, the Covert family has proudly served Central Texas. And here in Bastrop, we're more than a dealership. We're your neighbors. Covert Chevrolet, Highway 71 in Bastrop, or online at covertbastrop.com. Together, let's drive.
This holiday season, Elisa's Dance Academy and the Westlake Symphonic Orchestra come together to perform a variety of holiday favorites. It's perfect for all ages. Join us December 11th through 14th to celebrate the 20th annual Nutcracker Spectacular, presented by the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew and Lexus of Austin. Tickets on sale now. Get them online at nutcrackerspectacular.com.
Thomas J. Henry High School football live. Clearly a penalty in the midst of that injury timeout, and it was clearly against Bowie because the ball is moved back to the Bowie 40-yard line. So 3 wide receivers to the right of the formation here for quarterback Haywood. Christian going to hand it off. Moreno had nowhere to go. He's going to lose a yard, maybe 2. Call it 2nd down and 11, and Reese Moreno, again, just against everybody else, a world beater. Against Westlake, not much to show despite the toughness. And it was not, I thought perhaps Drangy would take a play or 2 off, but he is back in the lineup after being shaken up on that punt return. He's at the bottom of your screen if you're watching on TV. Left to the quarterback, Christian Haywood. Back to pass on the play action, fires over the middle. That pass caught by the fullback, racing away downfield inside the 30-yard line is Hunter Willingham. Little spider 2-wide banana over the middle, and it worked. Beautiful job there by Willingham, making the catch in stride, and a big, big play. Longest play of the night for Bowie, down inside the Raising Cane's red zone to the Chaparral 16.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure that they were going to be able to get that throw through there. Clark in coverage for Westlake nearly batted it away, but instead a huge gain for Bowie.
So with that, a gain of 45 yards on one play. They had 41 passing yards in the first half. They get all of it right there on one play. Shot in the arm here for Haywood. Good snap, and he's going to hand it off here. Now a little throw on the halfback pass, and this one almost picked off and then almost caught. Nice job there by Ben Jones in the back of the end zone to kind of turn around and make a play on the ball, and that really took the trajectory of the ball away from the receiver behind him, which was Drangett.
Yeah, and especially credit to Jones on that one for not biting on the fake there when looked like it was going to be a run before the halfback pass, but Jones stayed with his man downfield.
1:46 left in the third quarter, and there has not been a score here in this second half. 28-7 your score, second down and 10. Now Haywood looking to run to his right, not much there, and Brian Zhang in there to make the stop back to the 20-yard line. So a loss on the play of 3. It's going to bring up third down and 13. Beautiful play in the open field there by Zhang.
2 straight drives for Bowie in the red zone, Joe. They didn't convert last time. Will they this time? This is where the field has gotten compressed and it has gotten tough for the Bowie offense.
In case you're wondering about red zone efficiency here for the Chaps, this year at 44% for Westlake opponents. They've already turned one drive away. Second down and 13, back to the 19-yard line. The snap, Haywood looking to roll to his left, looking to throw. Doesn't have anybody, dumps it off. This pass caught, but caught underneath. And on the far side, some additional movement downfield. Good job there by Drangy from creating after the catch amidst the traffic. Puts it down towards the 10-yard line. Let's take a look at the Howdy Honda replay here. This is coming right into your screen as Haywood just dumping it off. It's a good throw. Drangy had to come back and get it. Broadhead had him, and he just ducked underneath him. That's an excellent job by Thompson Bennett to halt it right there to set up 4th down and 3 and not pick up the first down. So 4th down here for Haywood as he comes to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 3. The Chaparrals already have a turnover on downs in this half. Inside 15 seconds to play here in the third quarter. On the snap, Haywood throws. It is incomplete. And another red zone turnaway from the Westlake defense. Beautiful job there on 4th down and 3 by the Westlake defense.
Watch the replay. Westlake brings everybody. That forces Haywood to get it out quickly. The pass is not on target. Big gamble by the Westlake defense, and it pays off.
Irv Thompson Bennett played a little bit of soccer. He got that foot right underneath the pigskin as it fell at the goal line. Again, you don't have anything to be disappointed about when it comes to the Westlake defense tonight. Yes, there's a lot of yardage in both of those drives for the Bulldogs, but they have had command of this quarter inside the 20-yard line both times 4th down turnovers. Now Sebastian and Alt, they go back to the run game as Wise turns him loose across the line of scrimmage. Pickup of a couple of yards to set up 2nd down and 8. That'll do it for the third quarter of play here as we will be back after this timeout. Again, no touchdowns, no points at all in that third quarter. Westlake leading Bowie 28-7. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
A lesson on what makes a burger mighty fine. Well, you got to start with a quarter or a half pound of daily ground all-natural Angus beef, and it's all about variety. You pick yellow, white, red, or heck, all of them. They've got options as wide as the Texas sky. Add some fresh-cut crickle fries and a hand-dipped Bluebell milkshake, and that, my friends, is a lesson on being mighty fine. And that's mighty fine.
Texas
the Covert Bastrop Spirit Cam. Lots to wave the flags about there defensively. 2 turnover on downs inside the red zone. And the Chaparrals turn away the Bulldogs. Joe Taylor alongside Ricky Doyle. And down on the field, man, what a run. Bouncing off the would-be tackler there and then staying alive for the 11-yard run out to the 20-yard line. Actually a 7-yard run to pick up the first down. Take a look at this. Sebastian Hinault doing Sebastian Hinault things. Yep, that looks like Tim Riggins. Just straight out of central casting as he runs him over for a first down. That's a gain of 7. And now the inside handoff again goes to Seabass as Westlake getting back to work to what they do best. That first drive that took place inside their own 20-yard line. Bowie thinking that there is a fumble and they have recovered it. The officials are saying that it was down by contact, and there is no official ruling. You can see Darren Pittman out there shouting for it. We'll see if that happens here at the end of the run or if the forward progress had been stopped. Looking for the ball on the carpet. And I believe the whistle had blown, and that ball, you couldn't see it come out, and I'm pretty sure the whistles had blown there, but are they going to give Bowie the ball?
There's a lot of discussion, but the Bowie players acting like what they heard from the officials is it's going to be their football.
Let's see what Christopher Esparza is going to tell us.
The ball was out.
So Bowie's going to get the ball. 28-7. Man, this is a tough call to make, and hats off to the officials for taking the bullet here. We're going to look in super slow-mo here. This is where I thought the whistle came into play here because his forward progress was stopped. I don't know if that's a fumble or not. That looks a little too close to call, but now the Westlake defense has to come back on the field. The ball at the Bowie 22-yard line, or excuse me, at the Chaparral 22-yard line, and they have to get back to work. First down and 10. As Bowie's offense with Christian Hayward coming out.
I've never seen an officiating who quite as deliberate as this crew is tonight, Joe. I mean, they take their time talking over the calls, talking over the penalties.
In the fourth quarter, 30 seconds into this one, first turnover of the ball game for Westlake. First turnover of the second half. Talking about the pick 6. And now Maurice Moreno driving down inside the Raising Cane's red zone down to the 19-yard line.
This is an interesting second half because, honestly, Bowie has controlled this entire second half, Joe. They just haven't been able to get it into the end zone. But this now the third time they've been in the red zone. Obviously, this one coming off of a turnover. But nonetheless, they have really dictated things here in the second half.
Gain of 4, second down and 6. Ball at the 19 inside the Raising Cane's red zone. They send it back out of motion. That's Moreno, low snap. They hit it to the bubble. He bends over, makes the catch on the low ball, and then advances down to the 15-yard line before he's upended there by Thompson Bennett. It is close to a first down, but not a first down. It's down to the 15. They need the 13, and then they're going to slide forward, so they're going to give him the progress to the 14-yard line. Wow, generous spot right there as Thompson Bennett clearly had him dead to rights at the 15-yard line, but that extra yard, enough for a 3rd and 1. Two wide receivers to Haywood's right, Moreno in the backfield. And it looks like Moreno's at the quarterback position. Looking for the direct snap here. Here's the snap. He's looking to turn, run it straight up the middle. Has enough for the first down. And he's stopped there after about a yard gain. And the chains will move inside the Raising Cane's red zone.
So here we go now, Joe. I mean, a third time in this quarter, or in this half, I should say, that Bowie is deep inside the 15-yard line trying to find a way to get this thing into the end zone, but we know how tough the Westlake defense can become in these situations.
Haywood back in at quarterback, Moreno on his left hip, a receiver to his left, and now a man from the right coming in motion on the snap. They hand it off to Moreno. Moreno was almost met immediately in the backfield, kind of rode the momentum forward, but Austin Knapp was there in the backfield to kind of halt him from getting beyond the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, you see Knapp getting off the block quickly there from his defensive end position. But Moreno, he's going to make you work to get him down, Joe. He is going to get every inch that's available to him.
2nd down and 10, actually just a half a yard behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and a short 10, or a short 11 rather. Fade route towards the end zone. This one just overthrown, intended for Evan Drangy. And Drangy gets up slowly. Had his first catch of the season earlier in this ball game. Colton Fuhr on the coverage there as Haywood's ball just drifts over. I mean, right in his hands. That's a great ball there by Haywood.
Yeah.
That's 6 if he can haul it in.
It's not an easy catch, but the quarterback can't throw it any better than that. Drangy probably should have come down with that one.
So 3rd down and a long 10, about a half yard behind the original line of scrimmage. Drangy to the left of Haywood. Haywood out of the pistol on the play action, looking to throw. He throws right towards the end zone, and this one is intercepted by Thompson Bennett. Did he get a foot down? We're waiting to see if he got it. And it looks like we saw the signal from, don't know if he actually caught it. Still waiting.
I think they said he was out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Man, this is so close. Thompson has been playing out of his mind in his first game back out of injury. We get the benefit of the replay here on the broadcast. It's, again, a good ball, but Bennett waiting for it. As we slow it down, he just couldn't come up with it. Didn't control it. If he controlled it, that is close. So an incomplete pass sets up 4th down and 10. Another 4th down try here. Haywood on the play action, rolling right, throwing right, towards the sideline. It's incomplete. 3 trips into the red zone for the Bowie offense, and Westlake turns them away on 3 straight possessions inside the Raising Cane's red zone. Wow, what an effort from Westlake.
Yeah, huge credit to the Westlake defense. This play, Joe, this wasn't going to be a first down even if it was caught. I mean, the receiver ran the route short of the first down marker, but nonetheless, the Westlake defense coming up huge, particularly on that one off of the turnover. That's what you want to see. You talked about responses at halftime. That's another response.
That is going to, in film tomorrow, they're going to watch this and be very, very proud, because this is not a team that can't score points. Now Westlake going back to the ground game. Westlake's offensive line, Jaron Lopez kind of falling in a heap behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to give him a loss of 2 yards on this play. Again, sandwiched there is Mason East along with Jackson Lang. 2nd down and 12. Reese Wise backed up, 3 wide receivers to his right, looking to throw. He throws to the left. That pass caught at the 15-yard line. Stutter step, and then out of bounds rolls Braden Riddell. His helmet comes off. That's going to be a face mask. Add 15 yards. And because it's on a penalty, Braden's going to be able to stay in the ballgame for the next play. And you almost get the sense that Bowie's just trying to hang on. But Riddell, you can see, they're trying to police this, because that just gets so dangerous. When you talk about a face mask at full speed, injury to the head and neck is something that both high school football in general you're trying to get away from.
And it's just happened several times now tonight, Joe. I mean, this is, I think, 2 or 3 that we've seen the Westlake receivers have their helmets yanked off. So I think some frustration setting in for the Chaps.
I go back to Taylor Gibbons's, where he ripped off the helmet and chunked it 15 yards downfield. And again, personal foul, but at some point you got to say, guys, this is beyond a personal foul. This is something else. We'll see it here on the Howdy Honda replay on the television broadcast. Again, just a great throw again. Braden stutter stepping his way. And again, it's the same cat. It's Taylor Gibbons that did it again. That's the 2nd time he has taken a man's helmet off. So you get a 15-yard penalty on the face mask after the catch. And it takes it a gain of 13 yards. And with that, a timeout is called. We'll take it as well. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Be ready year-round with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
From the Texas coast to the Texas Hill Country, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
In a world where automotive excellence reigns supreme, one name stands above the rest: the Covert Auto Group. Since 1909, we have been the driving force in Central Texas, delivering unparalleled quality and service. With 11 locations, our vast inventory offers a thrilling range of new and pre-owned vehicles. But we aren't just about cars. We're about family and community. We're dedicated to providing outstanding customer satisfaction. The Covert Auto Group, 115 years of the Covert commitment.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Be ready year-round with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
From the Texas coast to the Texas Hill Country, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
Move across the 45-yard line, and another flag has come in. Another helmet has come off, and now Will Markey has to leave the field. And is this going to be against Will Markey for keep playing? We'll see. As you get a flag for that, too, if you don't stop and go down. Or did it get ripped off his head, too?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what the penalty is going to be, Joe. We'll see here.
It's a personal foul. It's a face mask against Bowie. My goodness. It'll be interesting to see the handshake line at the end of this one, because this is now just, I mean, what else can you say? There's nothing there that you get out of that by reaching up underneath the face mask. So the run to Jaron Lopez, you add 15 yards to that, you hand it off Reese Wise, and now some extracurricular activity at the end of this play. With that, so Lopez able to gain 6, add 15, that's a net of 21. And now looks like a gain of about 3 yards to Lopez will set up second down and 7. You get a gain of 2.
You get the frustration from the Bowie side, Joe. I'm sure they're thinking, we were in the red zone 3 times. I mean, we could be in this game, maybe even tied up with Westlake, and we're not. But you got to figure out a different way to channel it.
Reese Wise out of the shotgun. Send a man in motion. Bubble screen here. Another flag coming in. Lopez makes one-man miss inside the 35. Just scurrying his way down to the 32-yard line, and we'll have to see what the flag is all about. Man, a ton of laundry here in this drive. Probably in the area of a hold. Busy crew tonight. So illegal shift on Westlake, and I thought they might have called that because there was a little late move there by Riddell out of the backfield. He was kind of coming out of that Y position a little awkwardly, and they went ahead and called it. So with that, a loss of 5 on the play. It'll set up second down and 13. 2 wide receivers to Reese Wise's right, 1 to his left, a back now behind him, looking for the bubble screen. They're faking it, and now dumping it away here. It's outside of the tackle box. That play was blown up immediately. Trying to see where they might have been going with this one, because it was a complete sellout here. Lopez looked like it kind of got lost in the jet wash there as he got tangled up. But they're going to call it an incomplete pass, and it's going to set up 3rd and 13. Lopez on the left hip of Reese Wise. 2 receivers each way here for Wise as he's in the shotgun. 3rd down and 13. Back to pass is Wise. Looking, now steps up. Good pressure, and he's not going to get out of the clutches there. In fact, he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. That's a heck of a play up front by the big defensive tackle, Cade Venable. Venable making a heck of a play on Reese Wise to set up 4th down, and Westlake's going to bring its punting unit out. Hats off to this Bowie Bulldog defense. They have pitched a shutout. As you mentioned, Ricky, they have controlled the pace of this second half. And with 6 minutes and 34 seconds left, you're right. They've had shots, and they have come up empty on 4th down. Now, Nolan Bartley going to punt this one away. A late arrival on the field for the Bowie Bulldogs and a return effort, and this is going to set up Westlake beautifully as they're going to down the ball at the 4-yard line. Thomas Henry High School Football Live, brought to you by our friends at Austin Face and Body. Austin Face and Body, the official med spa of Westlake Nation. Shout out to Dr. Paul. We will see them next week. Dr. Sean Paul, and of course, the great staff over there at Austin Face and Body. And of course, the Lockett family. We're going to see David and Marcia next week as well. Everybody coming by for the big one against Lake Travis. Ostex Fence and Deck proud sponsors of Westlake Chaparral football and, of course, Westlake Athletics. 28-7 your score. Bowie backed up to their own goal line. Now on the zone read play, Moreno gets the handoff, creates some space, grinds his way out to the 8-yard line. And Reese Moreno just giving himself enough room. At last check, out in Dripping Springs for Lake Travis's homecoming game at Dripping Springs. Dripping Springs, the visitor in their own joint. Lake Travis had the ball, tied at 7, and the ball at their own 10-yard line. So we'll try to keep you updated there. 2 wide receivers each way as Bowie spreads the field, looking to hand off, and Haywood pulls the ball back. He's going to go back behind the line of scrimmage and in a heap. Pasquale Marizzi in there leading the charge as Westlake's defense really clamping down. Tate Lung there initially as well.
We talked about this in the first half, is that, this is a Bowie offense that scores via the long drive, via the ground game, and they fall too far behind Westlake early, and it's just going to be extremely difficult to catch up, and that's exactly what's happened. As good as the Bowie defense has been here in the second half, the offense just not able to score quick enough.
3:48 left out in Dripping Springs, still tied at 7. Lake Travis just punted, drip ball at their own 10. Speaking down inside their own 10, once again, Pasquale Marizzi getting in there and creating havoc, and a tackle behind the line of scrimmage on 3rd down and 8. We take a look at the replay here as Brady Lamb trying to set his feet and throw the ball, and Marizzi was right there to take him down. Beautiful form tackle there to set up 4th and 13. It's a loss of 5 on the play. And I'll tell you what, Pasquale Marizzi, he's making a case to try to get some more playing time, and it's been pretty impressive to watch him here tonight in the second half.
And this is uncomfortable punting territory for Bowie. I mean, you are on about the half-yard line, and your punter standing in the back of the end zone.
And you got to be able to get a good snap so he doesn't step on the baseline, and that one is blocked, ball loose. Is it going to roll out of the back of the end zone? Yes, it is. It's a safety, second of the year. The Chaparrals get points. It's 30-7, and they're going to get a free kick. Second punt block of the year, and we'll see who got their hand in there on this one. Everybody getting up and over it.
I think it might have been Wiley Nichols in the middle, but
yeah.
Take your pick. I think there were 4 Westlake players there.
Hands all on deck, and that one's swatted away, and the Chaparrals get points off the flip field, the beautiful punt on a late arrival for Bowie. Bowie had a man that had to race onto the field, and it was Cooper Medeiros. Cooper Medeiros, who had a fumble recovery in the season opener for a touchdown. Cooper was sprinting onto the field, and you don't normally see the punt returner as the last man on the field, but he could not get position on the ball on the line drive punt from Nolan Bartley, and elected to let the ball just go, and it put the ball down at the 5-yard line. Moreno ran it out to about the 8, and then backwards. Then you punt from the back of the end zone, get the punt blocked, and it rolls out of bounds for the safety. Second safety of the year, second punt block of the year, and second free kick about to receive here as DJ De La Pena with an opportunity here. Actually, it looks like they're going to send in somebody else. This is not De La Pena. This will be Colin Ronan. So Ronan tasked with the free kick here from the 20-yard line. Westlake scored on an 82-yard free kick return for a score, and Red Jenkins finds himself in the similar spot. Out past the 30 to the 35, runs left, cuts back at the 40, good return to the 45, out to the 46-yard line, and now you got some... It's a little different when you run over and just lay on a dude for 3 seconds. And that's exactly what happened at the 45-yard line. And you could kind of see the referee pull that flag and then holster it. There's a lot of, let's just say, mixed emotions down on the field between the Bowie Bulldogs and the Westlake Chaparrals here this evening.
Yeah, there's a line. They were towing the line right there of getting the penalty, right. Joe. Just held off.
Echo of the whistle, if you will. 30-7 your score. Westlake with the safety. The only points scored in this second half via the safety. Wise taking his sweet time here as the clock drifts inside 10 seconds. 3:59 left, and on the snap, the handoff will go up the middle. Good running room here for Lopez. Lopez out to the midfield stripe. Good run to the 50 here to set up a good second down. This is 5 yards on the gain. Tackle made by Jackson Lang.
I can't say enough about the way the Bowie defense has played here in the second half. I mean, Westlake at 299 yards for the game. They were right around 250 at the half, Joe. So, I mean, it has been nothing doing offensively for Westlake here in the second half.
Officially a gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6. 3.5 minutes left in this one. 30-7 your score. Now the handoff makes one man miss. Lopez bounces to the outside, still on the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit there by Bowie. Man, what a job by the Bowie Bulldogs. And again, just hanging on at the end of that play is Trammell Banks Jr. Hey, just a lot of, hey, don't go anywhere. A lot of grabbing of the ankles. Laying on top of dudes. Second down and 6. Or excuse me, third down and 6. 2 wide receivers each way. Wise looking to throw. Fires. That pass in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Jack Newhouse, and a flag's going to come in here at the end of the play. There was some contact right before the ball got there, but we'll see if they're going to call this one on Bowie or not.
Flag came in late, Joe, but certainly would think it might have been pass interference.
This is going to be an interesting call here. So coming out of the route, there was a hold there. That's why it came in late. So it's an automatic first down. Westlake again will convert on the penalty. Let's see if we can see it here on the replay. Yep, that's holding. Just a flag probably should have come out way sooner than that. I think he was just slow to throw the flag, that official on the far side. 2 wide receivers to the left of Reese Wise, 1 to his right. Riddell, the halfback, handing off to Lopez. Lopez trying to spin his way free. Inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. 2:44 and the clock moving on about a 2-yard gain. A lot of running for about a 2-yard gain for Jaron Lopez. 3 yards to be exact.
Feels like that's been the story of the night for Jaron Lopez. He's got 45 yards rushing, and I feel like he's run for way more than that because he's been spinning and cutting back and going across field, and he's had to work hard for those 45 yards.
Jackson Lang making the solo tackle there. 2 wide receivers. Reese looking to turn and hand off to Lopez. Lopez stumbling, and now a flag comes in at the back end of the play. Wow, my goodness. Gene, can we have a flag count? Right now we are looking at 10 penalties on Bowie, 7 on Westlake. That is 17 flags. So it's going to be against Westlake this time. So the ball is coming back.
Guys, I got a chance to talk to one of the referees here just a minute ago. He said his right arm is tired from throwing so many flags in the second half.
Tell him he doesn't need to throw anymore. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. 2:12. Oh, sorry about that. Say it again. 18 penalties thus far. 18 penalties for over 200 yards for both squads, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Final break coming up. Your score, Westlake 30, Bowie 7. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
Substance abuse doesn't just affect your mind, it harms your heart, liver, and immune system.
It can start as a way to manage stress, but small habits can grow into dependency. Healthy coping strategies like exercise or talking to someone you trust can help.
Addiction doesn't just hurt your health, it affects relationships and can lead to life-altering consequences. Reaching out for support early can make a big difference.
The good news, prevention is possible. Set limits, avoid risky situations, and focus on routines that help build strength and resilience.
If you're worried about your habits, remember, asking for help shows strength, not weakness.
Support is closer than you think. Talk to a counselor or a trusted friend. You don't have to face it alone.
Together we can break the cycle and protect your health, relationships, and your future.
Take the first step today. Every choice matters, and your health is worth it.
These sponsors are valued community partners of KXAN Simple Health. Get healthy today.
Thomas J. Henry High School football live back at Berger. Right now, Westlake and Bowie just trying to survive this one. This is an out-and-out brawl in the second half. 30-7 your score. As we mentioned, 18 penalties in this ballgame. Each team penalized a combined 200 yards. Westlake coming out of the 2-minute warning with a 3rd and 13, ball near the middle of the field at the 48-yard line in Bowie territory. Westlake stagnant on offense, and that has a lot to do with the way that Bowie has played in this half. 2 wide receivers to the left of the formation, 1 to the right for Reese Wise. Back to pass on 3rd down, looking, fires downfield. Lawson Grimes is still going to have an opportunity to make the catch. You have to throw the flag there, and he is tugging his jersey. You have got to be kidding me. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, it's ironic, given the number of flags we've seen in this game, that maybe the most obvious one of the night doesn't get called. I mean, you'll probably be able to see it here top of the screen. He's just tugging on Lawson Grimes the entire way.
So something has happened here. The official threw a flag behind the line of scrimmage. His hat actually came off. We were trying to make out what he said. I believe somebody's been ejected from the game. And we're seeing Angelo Pettis come into the ball game, and this might be Cade Venable that's been expelled from this game. So they're going to give Westlake a 1st down here. And they're going to mark this off 15 yards. So whatever it was a personal foul.
Yeah, I believe it was number 90 has been disqualified from the rest of this game for a late hit on Reese Weiss after he threw the ball.
So they missed the just blatant pass interference. About a third of Lawson Grimes' jersey is in the hand of the covering corner on that side. They don't call that, but a late hit on Reese Wise after the fact is a huge penalty, and it's going to take the ball down inside the 20-yard line to the 19.
And Westlake going to bring Austin Knox in to finish this thing off, Joe.
Knox in the ball game, Wortham in the ball game on the right of him. Now looking to turn and hand it off. Wortham just plunging his way through for a couple of yards. And once again, activity at the end of the play.
Oh, still bodies going down out there, Joe. I mean, it's the officiating crew kind of lost control of this here.
You see here, Wortham goes down. Everything's good. He might have lost the ball, and that's what the scrum was about. Saw that on the replay. Wortham, 11 carries, 70 yards, and a couple of touchdowns in mop-up duty as he's got his opportunities. Broke on the scene in San Benito. 1:18 to play, and man, it has taken quite a long time to get through this 4th quarter. So 2nd down and 10 after the official no gain on the play, with the ball coming loose.
Westlake, if they wanted to, Joe, I think could just take a knee or two here and call it a night, but
Knox looking to turn and hand it off here. Straight ahead goes Wortham. Wortham driving in. And now flag comes in again. My goodness. You know, Jackson Lang makes the play. And yet again, the composure for Bowie has completely, I mean, to say the least, folks, we're not obviously degrading high school football players who are, you know, some of them are of age of 18, some of them are not, but Jeff Abels is a 38-year veteran of Bowie. He was on the founding staff. This is his 24th year as head coach. And this looks like it's going to be against Westlake. But just the amount of...
I think a helmet came off on Will Markey, and he continued to play. But I think Will Markey would say, well, how do you think my helmet came off?
How do you think? Yes. I mean, there's just a number of things. We have the benefit of replay. Markey's there in the middle of your screen. His helmet came off. And, there's a red glove on the side of that helmet. It may be not a face mask, but it's still a helmet removal. So Will Markey, unfortunately, kind of caught in between. Now we're in victory formation, and if you're Tony Salazar, you just want to get on the bus and take the short trip back home. This has been an absolute street fight at the end of this one. And I'll be very interested to hear some context. Probably won't hear it today, but you'll probably hear it on Tuesday and maybe on Wednesday when the dust has settled. We shall see, but that is in the books. Westlake victorious over the Bowie Bulldogs, 30-7. They moved to 6-1 on the season. They moved to 3-0 in district play, and they await Lake Travis next week. We are still, at last check, Lake Travis was first in goal. So there's an opportunity for Lake Travis to walk off Dripping Springs. We shall see. But Bowie and Westlake, 14-7 your score with Lake Travis leading. A minute left, so Drip is down 14-7. We'll get the thoughts of Tony Salazar, but first, the winning drive, powered by our friends at the Covert Auto Group. Jaron Lopez really doing a fine job here of running the football here. This is the opening moments. Chase Broadhead using his skills as well. But Reese Wise was on the money tonight. There's the pass interference, coupled by Jaron Lopez as he gets to the edge. Westlake scores on the opening possession. That's your Covert Auto Group game-winning drive. We go down to the sidelines. Johnny Rogers is with Coach Salazar.
Coach got a little chippy there at the end. I don't know if I've ever seen that many penalty flags, but I think when you look back on the game film and you look at what your team did tonight, it was complete and total team effort. Offense was smooth, defense was dominant, letting them get into the red zone 3 times, shutting them out 3 times. Special teams even getting in to score a couple points. Your thoughts on how the game went?
Well, I think the biggest storyline is the defense growing up a little bit tonight to kind of bow their neck on those 3 stops and finding a way off the field. And there was never any panic. There's never any worry. The guys just lined up and played the next play. And obviously our offense had a hot first half. We kind of got that long drive to start the second half, kind of slowed us down a little bit. But obviously a great team win. We executed in all 3 phases again. I think we came out of this thing relatively healthy. So a good win for the Chaps tonight.
Homecoming game coming up. Lake Travis looms. What are your thoughts going into this game?
You know, it's going to be a big game, just like it always is. You know, 2 quality programs going after it. It's going to be it's going to all depend on a great week of work for us. The work Monday through Thursday is what lets us be good on Friday. And our kids have been doing that. We did that this week with the full week playing on Friday, and we got to do it again next week. We got to have 2 good practices on Monday and Tuesday, and we got to play our best on Friday night.
All right. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
Thank you very much. Johnny Rogers down on the sidelines. Back up in the Plains Capital broadcast booth. Joe Taylor, Ricky Doyle. Ricky, a prize fight there in the second half. 30-7 final score. Westlake stays undefeated in district play, right where they want to be. Don't know the outcome of the Lake Travis Dripping game just yet, but we know the Battle of the Lakes is just that, the Battle of the Lakes. But let's talk about Bowie's Road. They're through the gauntlet. They're 0-3, but now this is a team that has the opportunity to do some damage the rest of the way.
Yeah, we've seen most of the district at this point, Joe. I would be very surprised if this Bowie team does not end up as the 4th team into the playoffs. This is a good football team, and they hung toe-to-toe with Westlake, particularly in the second half. And for the Chaps, hey, it's Lake Travis week now, Joe. I mean, we know what that means. This is Texas OU week on the high school level. It's always fun. I can't wait for it.
It will be packed. It will be busy. A lot of things going on. Add the addition of homecoming. And we don't mind telling you that a certain alumni will be in the house. One that has won a Super Bowl, as Westlake does something they've never done before. They're going to retire a jersey. So you might want to show up a little early, around 7 o'clock at Chaparral Stadium. Maybe get there a little early. But, again, outside of the run for tickets on Monday morning, Westlake and Lake Travis, the Battle of the Lakes. We know how this series has gone of late. And because of the tough game we know that's going on at Dripping Springs right now, this is going to be a matchup that everybody's going to look forward to. We will look forward to it as well. But let's not take the attention away from this game. This is a growing up moment here without Maddox Flint. The defense really using a slew of players to kind of make up for his loss and really doing a fine job. If there's praise to give, as much praise as the offense got in the first half with how electric they were with 28 points, there's a lot of praise for the defense in the second half. 3 possessions inside the red zone, a team that averages over 32 yards per game, a team that rushes the ball 230 yards per game. Nada in the red zone, 0 for 3. And that red zone efficiency going down. It was at 44%, and it's going down for the year after that performance in the second half.
It could have been a totally different game. I mean, give Bowie 1 or 2 of those touchdowns, Joe, and this is a dogfight down the stretch here in the second half. So, and remember, the only 7 points that Bowie got tonight, those came on the pick 6. So the Westlake defense essentially pitched a shutout tonight.
And when you think about it, the 2 touchdowns on the board, 14 of the 21 points of the last 2 weeks against Austin High and against Bowie have been on pick 6s. And with that, we will leave you with highlights and, of course, all the sights and sounds of a victory here. Westlake just LIVIN 2, the Battle of the Lakes week. Your final score, Westlake 30, Bowie 7. For Johnny Rogers, Gene Jacobson, of course, Ricky Doyle, I'm Joe Taylor. We say goodnight from Burger Stadium. This is Texas High School football.